Someone was
So,
late.
so
Someone
did
is
it end?
very gay
Because
today.
my end is giving me issues. Because why not? Technical issues. Let's see if I can fix
Oh,
this. Son of a gun. Reloading for me.
Every week,
oh,
guys. Every week.
looks fine, you know.
Oh my gosh, what's going on? Huh.
Good.
Okay, did it start playing the intro again?
Yes, you played it, doo doo.
I wasn't. I had to reload my entire thing, and it just started playing, and I'm like, why is it playing again? Anyway, so this is Gaming with the Side of Salt. We have technical issues every single week because we are professional. This is episode 100, and with me, as always, is the lovely Meg.
What's up, guys?
And that other guy who's over there who I can never remember his name anymore because it changed on me.
Howdy, neighbors.
Anyways,
Howdy
yeah,
there.
I'm just latent gay.
Yes, he is. He's
Very,
so
very.
gay.
And there was a
much
reason for that. There was a reason for that, right?
Okay, what's your reasoning?
All right, let's hear
Okay.
your excuse.
Okay. Well, I got to go find my tweet real quick because I was in the middle of typing it when I had the issue. So I'm over here watching the internet anarchist's video on chibi reviews. Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I'm actually most way through it, and I had made a comment on there because he had used a tweet that the guy didn't actually tweet.
Uh-huh.
Right, and talking about it and stuff, and throwing it on him and all this other stuff. And I had saw earlier a tweet where he was talking about how he wished this girl in the picture wasn't in high school.
Yeah.
Internet or anarchists had tweeted that, right? Because they were
Okay.
connected, essentially, right?
Mhm.
Because the tweet that Chibi had done was a tweet meeting a fan in Walmart, and somebody took it and used the inspect element and changed it to checking out lollies or something at Walmart, which was ridiculous and stupid. Because they clearly don't know the meaning of that word.
No, they don't.
But anyway, so I had made a comment and I was editing my comment, right?
Mhm.
Because there was more that was going on towards the end of the video, and I was like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, I get it that you don't like the guy because he's open about his corn addiction, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of hentai either. Like, there was a friend of mine. We were at his house, like we normally are on the weekends. We had just been playing StarCraft 2 or StarCraft 1 all night long, right?
Mhm.
StarCraft
Yeah.
2 didn't exist. And, we had played WoW, we were playing Diablo, we'd play Halo and stuff like that. Anyway, me and my other friend were conversing across the giant-ass table we had drug into their living room to where there was, like, barely any room to walk around this table.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we're having this conversation. We mentioned him, and he never responded, right? And we looked over and was like, his headphones are on, his laptop is sort of tilted towards him. I was like, we looked at each other. It's like, you don't think he's? I bet he is. So we both got up and walked behind him and squeezed ourselves around back to the back end, and just sort of sat there, and then tapped him on the shoulder to his tentacle thing. And I've never seen a man throw that or throw this laptop down so quick. And like, what's going on? Huh? It's like,
Man.
we got you, man. We got you.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude, that is a full-blown addiction there.
But anyway, so I don't really
Yeah.
care for it, but to each their own. And it feels like the guy just made this video because he's upset that this guy is addicted to hentai. And there's nothing wrong with that, But anyway, I was in the middle of editing it.
I'm on the fence of like
Listen,
I
each their
have
own.
I
But-
have a former
Define
addict.
nothing wrong with.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
there are
Former
things
addict.
wrong with corn addiction. I get that and all that stuff. There's a lot of wrong things with it. I just simply don't care. How's that? Let me
Yeah.
redefine it as
Okay.
I
All right,
don't
all right.
care
That's fair.
that somebody's addicted
Okay.
to corn.
Okay.
Yes, there are problems with it. Anyway.
Mhm. Well, no, that's the thing. We were both like,
Okay.
well, there's something wrong with it, but are we going to outlaw it? That's a different story. We're just still like, okay, how far like
Here's
nothing wrong
the-
with to
Sorry.
know
here's
whether
the
or not we sign off on it.
Okay, here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. The aspect of outlawing certain things that's considered bad never works
No.
as well as you expect, because they're gonna find another way around it. However, we can do, however, is make sure that, right now there's already safeguards as it is, because they tell you you have to be 18 and over, and at the same time, parents have to keep an eye open, making sure they're not, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
anywho,
really hard, but
Anyway,
it's tough, but
so I was editing my comment, and then I clicked post, right? And it kept
Mhm.
throwing me an error every time I did it. I was like, well, that's odd. Okay, do I need to put more stars in here to cover up the word sexualized? Because that's what it was. He had made the comment about, or he made a comment that he defends, or some people defend Lolly, saying that it's just sexualized kid, or it's just cartoon kids, right?
uh,
And it's like, I have never heard anyone actually defend that like that. Like, I could probably find me a pedophile who does that sort of thing, right? But I don't
yeah.
think anyone has ever defended that, because it's a body type. It's a short, petite woman,
yeah.
and for the most part, and Japan is full of them. Uh, but aside from that, I and that was part of my comment. Is like, to be honest, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that outside of the detractors who hate Lolly. Like, that's how they describe it. People who enjoy that kind of stuff, they don't say that. I
No.
don't think they've ever said anything about it being sexualizing kids or something like that.
Well,
Anyway,
well,
but
well,
so it gave
again,
me an error.
yeah.
So it gave me an error, and I thought it was odd. So I reloaded the page. I copied it, reloaded the page so I could post my piece afterwards, and it came up with this blank screen here.
Well,
Saying the video was no longer available.
have you checked on the Wayback Machine
So,
archives?
oh no, I haven't yet. I didn't have time. It was like 2 minutes till 8 when this
Okay,
happened,
then do it
and I
another
was
day.
simultaneously trying to bring up stuff at the same time while doing it.
We'll
Right?
do that
So
another time.
I
Do that another time.
screenshot it and everything. It's like, well, this is weird. And apparently, I guess Internet Archives or Internet Anarchist privated the video so he could go over it, because what I did see was a lot of people pointing out the fact that he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. The fact that half the stuff that he's posting as proof of this guy somehow being a pedophile, I guess,
Yeah.
was faked tweets that he didn't even write.
Mhm.
And his video, I think the ratio was about 1.7 likes to over 13K dislikes at the time. So it was not exactly his most popular video, that's for sure.
No, not really.
But yeah, so it went down while I was mid watch, and I was like, really, dude. So I had to post it real quick, because I was like, man, don't listen. Either stand by what you just posted or don't at all. Or I mean, well, I guess take it down and apologize if you've got wrong information in there, because he clearly had wrong info in there.
Yeah.
But what I also found was really interesting is the fact that apparently Chibi essentially puts his private stuff in his YouTube videos. And I was like, there's no way he's that stupid. There's no way. So I went and I checked it. He's that stupid. Chibi, I love you and all, but fuck, do not link your Facebook. Get that shit out of every one of your descriptions.
I mean,
Seriously.
to be fair, especially since Kiwi Farms has decided that he's like one of their enemies now.
Yeah.
All that
I
stuff
mean, not
is
that
already
it
out there.
matters now, but
Yeah,
Well-
I'm like that was a mistake that was in the past. Learn from this mistake, children. Do not do these things.
Well,
But no,
here's,
it was-
well,
it was-
here's the thing now. Now from everything that's going on with Chibi and Kiwis, and everything that's been coming out, I'm starting to realize Kiwis just turned into Redditor. Only,
Yeah.
it's just turned into
the
Redditor.
Redditors have kind of taken over the farm.
Yeah. What makes it funny though is the fact that Joshua Moon, their guy, their head honcho guy, he's a pedo.
Oh yeah.
So the irony of it all, like, so
It's all projection then? It's kind of like the Hassan stuff? Yeah.
because I'm starting to notice that most of the people there in kiwi farms, I would say probably half of them are projecting certain things that they're guilty of, while the others, however, are more or less, you know, are basically pointing out some issues or flaws that some people have. And here's the thing: if I were to make a list of people who actually deserve to be called a low cow, I would say probably a quarter of them on that list will be there. Everybody else is just they're just strange. Let's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it. So that's all I got to say.
But yeah, I had to check it out just to make sure that that was actually true, and I was just like, maybe that was a dumb thing. It was really
Yeah. I
dumb.
mean,
And I also learned he lives about 2 hours from me. So
oh,
yeah, which is cool. I also know where he's from now. I know which high school he went to and all this other stuff, which is not information I should not be able to get from a click. I'm
yeah.
just saying, man, that was very bad planning. This is why all my shit is separated.
Well,
And I don't even use my personal email to link all my channels together. So
well, yeah. I mean, all of my stuff is separated, and even when I first got a Facebook account, oh my god, how long ago was that? Um, I
yeah,
was like, they're like, "Where do you work and where do you live?" And I was
like
like, "I
no.
live on Earth, and my job is also there. What are you on
Yeah,
about? You don't need to know this.
I mean,
This is a place where I talk about my thoughts and feelings. This is not where I'm going to sit here and be like, hey, let's go have a cup of coffee. I don't care, and neither should you."
to be
So
fair,
yeah.
Facebook knows exactly where we all live anyway, just from our phones.
I
Oh
don't
no,
have
it's not
Facebook.
Wasn't
installed
like
on
that.
mine.
Oh, is it?
I
I'm
don't.
not
I don't.
that
Still might.
person.
So I
I
don't
don't.
know.
I don't have
Facebook's
Facebook.
really good at triangulating things because you know how Facebook does it, right? With their
No, I stopped
okay.
using it during the coof, man.
Well, it doesn't matter. Do other people use it, and do they have your phone number in their phone? That's all that
Um,
matters.
well, no, I'm not. So that's the thing. I'm not like my Facebook account is not linked to me.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be. Like Facebook themselves will know where you are.
Well,
They
They
may
I
don't
not
got a.
know where
project
I
it out
am.
there. Like
They
they
don't
make
have their
shadow
the great
profiles.
thing about it is that none of the people that I know have my address in
It doesn't
their
matter. They have your phone number. And see, your phone gets pinged at a certain address a lot.
Mhm.
Therefore, if Facebook is access to their data and your number through their data,
Yeah.
you know, they
Okay. Well,
can effectively say, "Oh, you probably live right around in this spot here."
yeah. Okay. If you're gonna go with it, if you're
I
gonna
mean,
go through that
Well,
route, then sure,
well,
oh yeah,
fine.
I mean
Yeah.
that's the route I'm
It's
going
like
with
saying
because
that
they have like
there's
shadow
probably rat
profiles
droppings in
for
all of your
people who
food. I
don't
mean, like,
yeah,
actually exist or
yeah.
don't actually have a thing. And what it is they'll go through your contacts and stuff and say, "All right, this number is linked to a thing that says mom," and then this person has that same number and it's linked and it says Shannon under it or something. So now Facebook knows
Yeah.
that mom actually's name is Shannon, right? And then
mhm.
maybe over here somebody else has that same number and they've listed as Shannon Foyer. So now Facebook realizes that Shannon's last name is Foyer. So they're building a profile based off of all that, but it's not something the public sees. And that's how Facebook has a lot of information on all of us. That have you ever seen the movie Don't Look Up?
I heard of it.
No.
I
Okay,
have.
so there's
I,
a
Wasn't that like a leftist creed?
you know, it's funny because Don't Look Up came out, and I think the leftists said, "Oh, that's exactly what conservatives are like saying, don't look up." Meanwhile, everybody else is looking at us like that sounds like Democrats saying that right there, where
Well,
the
I
other
mean,
guys are trying to fix the problem. But whatever. Anyway, the point is, there was a fake company that is
mhm,
essentially a spoof of like Facebook and Microsoft and everything,
mhm.
and their algorithm predicted that this. Does anybody care if I spoil it real quick?
No.
Or spoil the last little bit of it?
go for it.
Okay. So it predicted that this one chick was going to die by a thing, and it gave it a name, and nobody knew what it meant because nobody's ever heard of this creature before. So nobody knows what the fuck it is or anything or how she's going to die by it. Okay. And she's like, okay, those things don't exist, whatever they are, so I'm safe. It's not going to happen or whatnot. So at the very, very, very end, they're touching down on an alien planet because they're the elites and they got away. And it's
Mhm.
thousands of years in the future because they've been in cryosleep this whole time. Well, they all come out naked because nobody thought to bring clothes or anything, or weapons, apparently. Um,
Leftist.
Of
See,
course.
I'm already like, well, okay. See, these
Of
are already
course.
not right wing people.
And there's this like giant bird looking thing that kind of resembles like an ostrich with a giant beak and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole bunch of them out there or whatnot. And she gets real close. It's like, oh well, aren't these things cute? And one grabs her by the head and starts slamming her down and everything. And the guy turns around, and is like, all right, back to the ship, get the weapons. And that's what a whatever is called. We got it now. And so apparently that was the name of that creature. It just hadn't been named yet. And the algorithm was so good that it predicted her death to one of those. Uh, but it was making fun of Facebook and or Facebook's algorithm because it can predict when you poop. So yeah. But in other news, how's everyone else doing today?
Well, doing well. Besides that,
Besides doing well.
Besides
besides
doing
doing
well.
well, just been started my BioShock stream. Uh,
Yeah, saw that.
had a hiccup at the start. I didn't know what was going on until I figured out what it was, and I'm all like, okay, looks like I'm gonna have to do it differently than I normally do because I learned that certain games when you do OBS, they act a little different, and depending on how you open the OBS,
Yeah.
you either have to run it normally or administration.
Hmm.
And considering the how old the game is, I had to run it as administrator for some reason. So
Yeah.
Huh.
so
What system are you running it on?
for what? For the
For
game?
the game, yeah.
PC?
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I didn't know. Like I like
yeah.
about 50% of my games are on a console of some sort. So
Yeah, it's PC.
okay.
But anyways, after I figured it out really quickly, even though I tested it, it was working fine earlier on. I was like, okay, I figured it out. Then after that, it was just smooth sailing from there. And a
Yeah,
lot of crazy.
testing
Oh,
your stream is a good idea, but it's kind of like it's kind of like when your car is making a kathunka, and then as soon as you take it to the as soon as you take it to a
Okay.
mechanic, it stops making the kathunka. So
yeah,
it's like it doesn't really matter. It's like set up to be like, oh, he thinks he's gonna fool us and be prepared.
yeah,
No. Every
yeah.
time, bro. Streaming every time it happens. Tech like
Yeah.
Zio just now,
Exactly. So
He
I
was like,
can't stream.
he set up the stream like 30, 40 minutes in advance.
I
He's
did.
still at the last minute, like, oh
Well, that's
Yeah,
because I was
yeah,
distracted by the other thing, and I was
no.
just
Of course,
like, "Oh
also if you
no!"
get distracted trying to dunk on somebody online, like right before you go live, it's also
Well,
probably not
I
the best
was just
idea.
curious to know what happened to it.
Sure,
So,
sure, sure,
but
sure.
any
so overall, it actually I managed to nab two followers now from that stream,
well,
Oh,
that's
nice.
good. That's
and
good. Yeah, you had
and
technical difficulties at first. I heard it, and I was just
yeah,
like, I thought maybe you were muted, and
yeah,
then you never, or it didn't seem like you responded to my "Hey nerd." So I was just like, "Oh, he's muted." And then you started talking. I was like, "Oh wait, no, you can't hear him."
no, I was trying to figure out what's going on until I figured it out, and once I fixed it, and then once I saw your thing, I'm all like, okay, whatever. I'm like, whatever, calling me nerd, whatever. But
Oh no, that's what he does.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's his hello
That's my
hello
calling
good
card.
friend. How are
yeah.
you doing this
Like,
day?
hello, fellow gamer.
Yes.
Hello,
Nerd.
hello. Actually, no. But anyways,
Actually,
strangely,
actually,
eh, well, one of the strangest things
actually.
that I saw, after like I don't know, maybe yesterday, my followers on X jumped up. Now it's at 123. So it's
Nice.
I'm wondering whether these people are actually, um, yeah, they're mixed bag of people. I
Mm.
see a bunch of Elon Musks here for some reason.
He's been hit with the Elon Musk butt farm.
Yeah, they're
Oh
everywhere.
no, they're everywhere. It's like, you've
Who
won.
are you?
I am Elon Musk. You're from like Dubai. I'm Elon Musk. I tell you, sir.
Can you
Just
say
give me your
Elon
bank
or is
account.
it
I
Elon?
transfer billions into it.
I transfer billions. Oh, I'm broke. Can you give me $500 in gift card?
I'm good
Oh,
on it. I'm good on it. I'm good on it. I just happen to be at a place where and I left my wallet at home. It's
it's
okay.
like, can you pay for my internet, please? I need a Steam gift card for $50. How
Yeah,
does that pay for your internet?
Yeah,
I still can't get
I
over
need
that.
I need to pay it. Just send $50 gift card, and everything is going smoothing. Next thing you know, all I hear is that after like I don't know 3 hours later, I'm hearing the poor guy crying, going like, "Do not redeem, do not redeem." But
That's such a great meme there. That was
yeah,
a good video.
Eggman. How
Good
yeah,
on
was
him.
work?
yeah, I love it.
Kid Boga. Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. Bless his heart.
So
But
how's Meg's week been?
yeah,
um work, just dealing with people. Like, it's one thing to be busy. It's another thing to know that you're going to be busy, but so like there have been days where I would stay up till like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning trying to make sure that my desk is clear for the morning and I don't have any
Oh,
projects. That
yeah,
way
there it is.
I'm
Yeah,
able
I
to
know.
take on the projects that I have, and and then the projects don't come in. So I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs the whole work day. And then something comes in at like the end of the day, like, "Hey, can you draw this for me?" No.
No, it's
So
the end of the day.
I've had like that's kind of like the week that I've had. I'm just sitting there looking like I should be drowning in work right now. And as soon as it's like 4:35, I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 requests, and it's gonna keep me up until like some ungodly hour of the morning, and then I'm gonna have nothing again in the morning, even though I should have something in the morning. So I have to act like what the schedule says, which means no matter what, I still have to stay up late and do the work, even though I know that their behavior is not going to follow that. But yeah, so it's kind of frustrating. You kind of feel a little bit like a maroon. So, good times,
yep, yep.
having the most fun. Kind of pissed. I'm just like, man, I totally could have done my stream this week, but no, it's just better to just say, look, it's not going to happen this month. I'm just not going to do it this month. I'm not even going to like stress out about that or anything like that.
Exactly.
So yeah. So that's it's kind of a complicated question. Like, how are you doing? Enraged. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. So here's that one I was talking about a couple of minutes into the video.
Oh,
Mhm.
Anarchist Archive. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's become the thing that he's again that he preaches against.
Well, he just didn't put any time into it, I don't think, or got all his information from all of Chibi's haters, one of the two.
Yeah.
I
But
just don't understand like the hate campaigns that I've been seeing
yeah, it's like
lately.
this Walmart one was when he was talking about meeting a fan at Walmart, and somebody had went and did the inspect element and changed what it said. I was like, that is well documented that was not real. What, dude?
Well, people will believe whatever they read without waiting for the fact checking. So
Yeah,
it's
surely
all.
the internet won't lie to me.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh no, no, they won't lie to you at all.
Yeah, it's just weird, like the hate campaigns that have just like I think it's because it's like a slow news time right now, and um
They're looking for anything to get their numbers up for
yeah,
their cash,
Oh,
but it's stupid.
so
I don't like it. It's just I'm like perhaps it's just my personality also. I don't have the energy to hate people. I really don't. It like, dude, I'm not even thinking about you. You have no real estate here. I am off. I am off staring at a wall somewhere, and I feel fantastic. So I don't understand like people who go in there and like just hate watch or like downvote and troll chat. It's weird to me.
yeah, I just don't find the time for that. But this, I found something. Yeah, I found a thing. I like the thing.
You
Okay,
like the thing?
I like the thing. Okay, so a while back, Rumble had introduced clipping streams and stuff.
Mhm.
Sucked ass. Okay,
Yeah.
I complained about it, which is why I was using Twitch to do it.
Ew.
Problem is, Twitch will only hold on to a stream for 7 days. Okay, so if I can't get to it quick enough to do any clips for shorts or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
I lose it. I would have
Oh.
to do it the hard way through editing software and all this other stuff, and I ain't got time for that bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, lately Twitch has been fucking up with the downloads, so I would take the
What?
time to
Not
clip
Twitch.
things.
No.
Yeah, and then it would like artifact or parts of it would just be black screen, and then it takes forever for my editing software to attempt to render anything with that junk. So I went and I was out of curiosity seeing what Rumble Studio has done with theirs. So much better. So much better now. Like you can come in here and click, or you got like this thing here, and anything inside this box is what it's going to get. Right? You can do a
Okay.
landscape mode, which is the whole thing. You can clip, 30 seconds to about a minute and 30 or whatever out of it, and just immediately go and download it that way, or post it to Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do it this way, which is the TikTok, type thing. But you can also
Mm-hmm.
do this and have two windows to work with, and it separates it right
Ooh.
here. So you can sit there and you can do that, pop that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do this over here. And then whatever this box is going to be, it's going to get that.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is
Yeah,
pretty.
that's super useful. I mean, I
This
don't do
way you
that.
can have the thing
I
like
probably should, honestly.
right over here, and then all you have to do is click generate. Like you can come over here and you can do timestamps. You can't
Mm-hmm.
see it because our faces are in the way, but there's a little green thing down here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can sort of bring it up here, like this here. You can, extend and all that good stuff. To see what part you want to do, you click the generate button, and it
Mm-hmm.
starts to generate the clip. And it makes doing this so much easier because it does it in the format you need, which means I don't have to go back with editing software and put like two clips together and stuff to make a short version for the internet. But you can just go straight to download it, or you can set up all the stuff and, set it for post.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which
I mean,
is freaking awesome.
it probably would matter more if I, had a face cam, but sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. For me, it makes it's so much better. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. I am always glad when Rumble um improves quality of life things, That's a
oh yeah,
really good thing.
Same here. And I'm thinking of like, sending videos on YouTube now, considering with how things have been going on at the rate that's going. I'm pretty much just going to focus on Rumble and probably Kick, as it's fascinating with Kick, to be quite honest. There's a buttons, there's like an options for settings where you can actually control your audience a bit, the audience a bit, over the settings, what's allowed to talk, what's not allowed to talk, and such like that,
Mm,
for a specific audience that you're focusing on. Because there's like, you can, there's like, you can go all in with free speech, no matter how redonkulous it sounds, or limit yourself because you're focusing on a certain group, specific group, for a reason.
yeah.
So so I'm focusing on Rumble and Kick, and I
Yeah,
and you.
that's something that's interesting, and it's not something that, like, I mean, I think that there are like banned words or something like that for chat on Rumble, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
yeah,
But for the most part, it's not that it's that not you don't even have the capability to be that regimented about what you do or don't do.
yeah,
Um so that's interesting though, but I think that's something that they have on Twitch as well.
yeah,
So that's just something interesting that they've learned over the years through growing pains and, not having that option. They're like, "No, no, no, we need to be able to do that and
mm-hmm,
control it a little bit more."
yeah, you
mm-hmm.
got to control it. A little bit of
Maybe
control.
perhaps the old ones know something. They've learned things in the fires of
Well,
Mordor.
looks
Ah,
like Epic Games, they're going to clean up the art department. Oh, there's going to be a lot of unemployment there.
yeah, so Epic Games confirmed they are exploring different uses of AI tools, including in their art department.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
I mean,
unless
look, we were having this conversation on Discord, and
Yeah,
it's
no.
the same
uh-huh.
thing that I think. I'm like, look, you lose something, yes, this is true, and I'm not going to say that it's the same, which was what kind of where our bone of contention was, which was like, I'm saying it's not the same, but I'm also saying that I'm not saying that it's immoral to use a tool that exists. Like a
Well,
tool exists because it exists. So just like 2D art got replaced by 3D art, this is just the way it's going to be. Like all of the people who were mad about it, you could stay mad, bro. Like it's not going to change anything though. It really doesn't. I mean, I'm so sorry. I understand. My heart is with 2D animation. I don't like 3D animation quite as much.
yeah,
But
I like 2D too.
yeah, I love the aesthetic
I don't
more.
like HD 2D, but I like 2D.
Oh, that's right. You like that crappy pixel art kind of stuff. Man,
I
I
don't
just
like
I
pixel
long
art
for
either. Well, okay, I like some of that pixel art. Okay,
I
but
hate pixel art.
it
I just do.
depends. Some people go way too crazy with their pixel art,
Well,
and I'm
people
just
are
like, there's
choosing
so much
pixel
going
art.
on here. I can't even tell what's going on.
Yeah. Well, people the thing is that I'm like, I understand pixel art when it's all that the technology will allow. Fine. But if you're choosing it just because you're choosing it, just because you're like, "Oh, it looks better." Like, no, it doesn't.
Well,
No, it
some people
doesn't.
they're like that's their art style though.
No,
They're
that's
pixel
yeah, that's like that
artists.
Tumblr art crap that pisses me off too. So like,
Oh, that's Cal Arts. I hate Cal Arts.
yeah.
well,
No,
Dude, I went
look,
to
I'm just
college
kidding.
with
look, it's
a
But
lot
you
of
know,
CalArts
I've been
rejects.
I've been looking at this and about the aspects of art departments and using AI.
Mhm.
I think it can be fused together with actual drawings to accelerate
Yeah.
what they're looking for.
well, I mean,
It could
Adobe and
be
stuff
done.
has that option, doesn't it? Like it has AI tools
Well, the
to
thing
assist
though,
with stuff.
so the big question is how they're going to implement this and how they're going to do this, unless of course somebody is able to draw so well that people will think it's AI when it's not,
Well,
Well,
which
see, the thing is,
which has
uh, AI can't just create something. It needs assistance, right?
yes.
And I don't expect AI to be Picasso, right? It's not going to paint the 16th chapel or anything like that, without it being prompted. Somebody personally has to say, I need you to draw me a sword now. I need these specific details to the sword, down to the hilt and all this other stuff, and you've got to
you
do
don't
this,
have to be
then it
that
has to
specific
render it.
though. AI adds a lot of crap to
Oh
it. I
yeah,
mean, like I said,
I
I
mean,
would I illustrate for a living. I
yeah,
use
like
AI for backgrounds and things like that because ain't nobody got time for this stuff. It's not the most important thing. And I do have to tell it to do stuff, but there are plenty of times where I'm like, AI, what you doing? Why you adding stuff?" I've literally had to say, "What you doing?"
yeah. I mean, it
'Cause
will add things.
it'll over design something in a minute. Like
Yeah.
it'll grab so many different assets or ideas from past people and artists and designs, and it'll just toss all that crap in there and be like, "This is pretty. You like this, right?" So like
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why you get specific with the prompts.
oh yeah, no,
Well,
I
the
like
more specific you get, the less likelihood you have of it taking liberties in
um
designing you a frost blade when you really needed a volcanic blade or something. You
well,
know?
yeah, but I mean, the thing is that if you say I want a frost blade and I want unless you design every element of it, it will make crap up, and a lot of
Yeah,
times it goes towards more detail rather than less. I've actually had to tell it like, "Dude, do less." Like,
yeah, yeah. I
calm
Yeah,
your
mean,
tits
I
I've
down.
done the same thing when I've messed with some of these things. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm like,
same.
okay, can you like not add that? Like I was working on a thumbnail for the Dragon Trap, whatever game that was. Anyway, and they added like
Really
two other
memorable.
characters to it, and I,
Mhm.
I looked at it and was like, "Can you remove those two guys? Because I didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
you you were just
Oh,
supposed to
I
add
had the
my
same issue. Yeah.
avatar with the other group right there from
Yeah.
the thing. That's all you had to do."
You
Hmm.
had one job
It's
and
like you
you
had one
decided to do
job,
all of the
man.
other jobs. Like,
You didn't have to add that other stuff, and
Hmm.
it just added these other things to it, and I was like, "Damn it, man! That's not what I asked for."
Well, well, that's gonna make things more
No,
interesting
but
with
I mean,
Epic Games.
but if you needed to do like something in general and stuff, yeah, like people have been using it anyway. It's baked into Unreal, Several games have used it. I mean, then you have people virtue signaling about things like NTE. Oh my gosh, they used AI to generate a billboard. Whoop-de-damn-do. Or, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, they used it to put these paintings that you're going to see this one fucking time in Crimson Desert or on this lamppost in Expedition 33 that most of you probably didn't even blink an eye to until somebody else, some, absolute regard had to stare at them and looked at them and goes, that's got to be AI. Let's make a fuss out of it.
And the
You
funny
know,
thing is that honestly, AI has been used. If you're using 3D, you're probably using some sort of AI, especially if you're using it for physics or something like that. Hand drawn artists will tell you that that's cheating because of the fact that we have to draw all of that stuff by
yeah,
hand. You have to draw all of the secondary action, all of the bounces, and all of that kind of stuff. You have to draw all that crap, all the way that the
Yeah.
fabric moves and
Yeah.
everything. Just telling the computer calculate this physics model, well, that would be considered cheating. So that's the thing. That's what I've been kind of trying to tell people. I'm like, look, I understand that you're pissed off, but it doesn't matter. Like like technology is what it is, and making something easier to do is not, it's good. Making something more efficient is not going to be thwarted for your fifis or for the fact that even when you make the point that a lot of art is discovered along the journey and not just getting to the end really fast,
Yeah.
which is what a lot of artists just have not been able to articulate very well. Because the thing is that in the happy accidents is actually when you come up with a lot more ideas. It's where things spring to life and bloom out of it, and you get these branches that makes a tree instead of just a straight stalk,
yeah.
So
Well, yeah. On my last note, while many people are worried and concerned about AI, I'm worried about whether what's real and what's cake.
No, I haven't actually sent you a cake video in
No,
probably months.
I'm a. Here's the thing,
I
though.
need to send you a cake video.
Chad back then he
This-
used to send me so many stuff like this, and I keep telling him to stop sending those because I'm traumatized because I
Yeah,
can't.
well, I've
Because I
also
can't.
sent you several. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you did send several as well, and I'm like,
It's
you
like
guys are
you're right.
evil.
It's been a while since I've linked one into
You
the
people
chat
are
for
so
you.
worried about AI. I'm worried about what's real and what's
What's
cake.
cake or not?
Stop.
Huh. Anyway,
No more.
so yeah, AI is taking over, guys. I hate to say it, but anyway, China has just launched an AI employee that works 24/7 alone. Now, I don't know if this is real or not, but I guess what's kind of funny is I ran across a short story that was done via AI.
Mhm.
The story wasn't done by AI, but the video that was a short video type thing. I don't know what they call those things
Looks like the person wrote it using AI. I can
to
tell.
make a video that accompanies it. So it's like
Oh,
a
oh, oh, oh,
short
oh.
movie, I guess,
Maybe you call it a vignette
like a
or
short
short.
movie
I
ish
mean, yeah.
Well,
type thing.
you'd call it a short then, or a short film.
Short film, maybe that's what it's called.
How long was
Uh,
it? We talking like
anyway,
5 minutes or?
do what? Oh
Oh,
yeah, it was like I guess 5 or 6 minutes. Anyway, so I saw a short film, I guess,
mhm,
on Facebook not that long ago about a similar thing where apparently humanity decided to just adopt the robots because
mhm,
they were more efficient. The
mhm,
AI was better. And so all the humans lost jobs because AI was doing everything.
mhm.
They were robots and stuff. And it was all about just this one guy who accidentally got himself. They created a program
Mhm.
where humans would go to apply for positions, not get the position, and then get paid for applying, right? And I was thinking the whole time, I was like, why don't you just make universal basic income at that point? Like that would be the easiest way, but at the same time, it's like, but humans need purpose, and this was the only way to give them purpose. So you got the guy talking about how he's been doing it for years, and this guy sitting next to him is like brand new into the workforce, and this is his first time doing it. And he's like, after a while, you just stop getting nervous because you're not going to get it. And he goes in, he sits down, and he pretty much is like, I'm going to give you an average this and everything this, and it's going to be average and yada yada, and then blah blah blah. And then they hired him, and he's just like, I'm sorry, what? And they're like,
Mhm.
yeah, I think if we do less, that would be good for profits. And it's like, what? So he gets hired for this job, and then they're like, we need a new direction. What is your say, human? Uh, tell everybody that this is just a scam and there's, this program does literally nothing for them, that they could just not go and everything will still be the same. And they stopped and they looked at each other and were like, that's the worst idea I ever heard. I love it. Let's implement it. So then they like changed the program into essentially like universal basic income where people don't have to go apply to jobs and stuff. And then I ran across this and I was just like, that sounds a lot like what I just watched. It's like the
A lot of sci-fi is just taking what exists and taking it to its logical conclusions, given
yeah,
the current trajectory.
it's like the system we live in, the simulation. I guess it's just sort of doing this to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cloud, no team, no corporate server. Everything runs locally on your computer. And the most absurd part, researches on its own, programs on its own, creates websites on its own, make presentations, generates videos, execute complex texts, all without consensual human intervention. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be
Like
super
I said,
AI.
the irony of this person talking about AI and he used all of that sentencing and came out from an AI. Dude, I'm like, dude, don't you see the irony of it all? Like, if you're gonna write something, at least make it sound like you wrote this. Don't make it seem like you wrote it from you put it on an AI and say, hey, can you write me this thing? I need this and this and this, please. Oh, of course, no problem. Bleh. There you go. Like, the self awareness of people these days. Oh
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
anyway, so yeah, I just thought I'd share it into the AI thing. We're running so far behind. So let's talk about
Who blames
Steins
you?
Reboot. Like that game is old, isn't it? At this point, like, what are they doing?
Well, a
So
lot of the new games that are coming out are garbage, so they're like, well, they liked this thing in the past, so maybe they'll like it again because they didn't like the new thing. It's like, yes, because the new thing was garbage.
Well,
let's see. So Steins Gate Reboot is a full remake of 2009's science fiction novel. Damn it. Okay, let this thing load up real quick so I can minimize it. I accidentally clicked my Steam button, so it was wanting to load. Anyway, so it's a full remake of the 2009 visual novel. Well, that's fine. I mean, whatever. Anyway, so it's already out. We already know how it goes.
If you read the novel, I guess, sure.
Well, yeah, I watched the anime. It's a good anime.
how I'm looking at this like going like we're banning everyone from streaming or posting stuff, and I'm looking at Twitch and YouTube, and I'm like, you guys ain't gonna stop me doing it a Rumble and Kick. What are you guys are gonna do?
No, probably not. But yeah, so it's a visual novel. So it's one of those things that if you watch it, you
Oh,
technically don't have to play it, right?
Ah,
you know what?
pass.
I thought of that, and it was kind of I thought of that while I was watching people play Mixtape because I was like, there is literally no reason to buy this game. There really isn't. If you've
No,
watched
there's
somebody
not.
play it, there's really no reason to buy it. I
Like,
mean, I think there's no reason to buy it
see,
because it sucks, but also because once you know the story, you know the story. You're like, all right, cool. I mean, you don't need to buy the DVD once you've already, watched it for free on Netflix.
well, it depends on if I liked it or not well enough to own the DVD.
Yeah, nobody liked
Uh,
that game. Like I said, there's no reason to buy the
yeah.
DVD if
Well, see,
you've already
visual
watched it.
novels do have a little bit of things where they've got like choice and stuff. And you can have different endings and things like that. So
Yeah,
it's not like they're cookie cutter. Here's a book. Once you read it all the way through, that's it.
yeah,
It's here's a book, and now it's telling you to skip to page 38. Oh wait, go back to page 12. Oh, you need to go ahead and go to page 138. Kind of book. So there's like multiple ways through it depending on how you do it and stuff. But
yeah,
Science Gate's actually a pretty good story. I enjoyed it. So
yeah.
I
But I
just
mean, why is it
find
a
it
game?
funny that they're like, if you stream this, so help us, we will come after you with the hand of God. And it's like, well,
Lol.
okay, they just won't stream it there. They'll stream it somewhere else.
Yeah,
I mean, TikTok's a pretty good place to stream it.
yeah.
I
But
highly doubt you're going to stop TikTok from broadcasting it.
I'm just like, all you're gonna do is bring out the trolls, my guy. All that's gonna do, because
But
that immediately sparked up my okay. See, now I have to go find this. I don't care about this, but now I have to go find it on an alternate platform and watch it just out of spite. So,
yeah, also Nintendo tried this once, and it didn't
yeah.
go well for them. I'm pretty sure the Wii was considered a flop during that time. So
Yeah, but considering it's a visual novel, pass. I'm
well,
sorry,
it's a
but
good one though. If it's not too expensive, I would
the,
recommend
here's
it. It's a good one, and it's about time travel.
I can
So,
just
I hate time travel. That
oh
just
well, I
pisses
love
me off.
time travel. So,
well, if I look, if
You
I
should have
look,
heard me complaining during Okami. I was like, I hate time travel. This is so stupid. And I was just poking
look,
holes in the logic.
if I wanted a visual novel, I just watch either the anime
Yeah.
film or anything like that. So pass.
listen, if I remember correctly, they turn a guy into a girl. There's time travel involved, um, and other things. It's great. It's a good story.
None of that
Huh.
was appealing, my dude.
Yep,
I'm like,
pass
with
Well,
again.
transgenderism
Pass.
and
it,
retardation with
no,
time
see,
mechanics? Nah, bruh.
no, see, what happened was so okay.
No,
So
no, it's fine. It's
this
fine.
is not
Pass.
transgenderism, okay? This is what happened because you
I was
guys aren't
being
going to watch it.
facetious, my guy.
Dude develops a way to send messages back in time. Okay, so
Hmm.
dude develops a way to send messages back in time to their old phones, old numbers and stuff.
Mhm.
And one of them was like really depressed, wanted to be a girl or a guy, one of the two, like something like that. He or she wasn't happy. I can't quite remember. It's been years since I've watched it, like early somewhere in the 2000s, right?
Hmm.
And they heard this thing that if your mother eats a certain amount of like eats certain stuff, it could affect the gender of the child, right? So essentially, they sent back a message to her mother when she was pregnant with him and said, you should eat more of this. It's good for the baby, right?
Mhm.
Just to see if it would happen, and it worked. So they were born the opposite gender completely after because of that study and all this other stuff. They were curious if it would work, and it
You're not
worked.
making a good case for this not being retarded.
It was not retarded. It was fun. Anyway,
Sounds
it was a
retarded.
good show. I stand by it. Yeah,
Well,
we'll move
the
on.
thing is that's the problem with anime. You cannot distill it to the plot. You have to experience it. Okay, like if you try to
Two.
distill try to distill One Punch Man or One Piece or Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or maybe Rurouni Kenshin might get a pass or something like that. But a lot of anime just
One
gets
punch.
like ridiculous if you try to explain it really like, well, this is really what it is. Don't do that. Be like, no, you
Yeah.
either watch it or you don't. You take my advice or you don't. Like that's
And then
it.
they
You
figure out
can't
a way to
explain it.
send your
You have
brain
to
back
be
in
there.
time.
Okay.
It's great. And then there was a time machine at some point, and the guy's
No,
daughter
don't.
or something was in
You're
there.
not saving
Anyway.
it, Theo.
Okay, so apparently
Uh,
WWE Cody Rhodes says Nintendo sent him a cease and desist due to the Legend of Zelda Ring Gear tribute.
you know how many people does Nintendo realize how many wrestlers actually make references in Nintendo? They're
Well,
gonna be
not
going
this
left
one.
and besides Cody, I kind of know Cody is a gamer himself, so that's not like surprising that Nintendo's gonna go for a mainstream guy. But oh no, like they're ignoring the
Dude,
other.
No,
Yeah,
apparently he had a Triforce on his boots, and they were like, "You got to take that shit off." And he's
he
like,
had
"Okay,
it for
fine."
years though.
Yeah, no,
That's the
he's had
problem.
it for years. And they finally somebody noticed, so he's got a small tattoo like on his ringer or on his finger or something now of
yeah,
the
dude, I would
Triforce.
that's totally the thing I would do, but I would have gotten like a big tattoo.
Yeah,
And
see,
just
I
like
would
as
have
an
put a
F you, just
Triforce on
out
him.
of again, out of spite. I do so
Like,
much out of spite.
yeah,
I'd be
me too.
it would I would be
Like the Triforce is the next thing I plan to add to my arm when I get around to it. So,
that's the thing. I don't even have any tattoos, but I would get one just because they said I can't. Just because they were like, "You can't wear this on your clothes." Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, like
really?
you're gonna tell me I have to take it off
Right
my
in the
body
center of
now?
my forehead, my dude. What you got? Every time I'm looking at you, what do you want?
Uh,
And I'll just even take tattoo sanctioned by Nintendo around it. Like, what are you gonna do? So, just
I think he should have got a big tattoo somewhere, like on his arm or on the blade of his back or something. So when he's wrestling, it's always displayed there.
yeah, right.
Just to be like, you know what? I love you, Nintendo. I love Link, but fuck you too.
Yeah. I mean, like that. So that's like the first place that my brain goes, and then my reason kicks in and goes, okay, so what happens tomorrow? I'm like, okay, fine. I probably wouldn't get a tattoo in the middle of my forehead, I guess. I mean, it would be
I'd
funny
get a
though.
tattoo if I had the money. And just
I would have just doubled down and wore like Mario clothes and going like hoo hoo for through the whole segment
oh,
just to
what he
rage
could
bait.
do? What he could do is start coming out in overalls
Uh huh.
with the Mario colors shirt and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
and a hat.
Hmm.
None of it has to have the M or anything on it, but just the colors.
Yeah.
It's not just the colors, but he does Mario moves because I'm sure he can jump really well enough to be able to do a head stomp just to just to say just to just to see how far he can go.
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, like you didn't even have to get a tattoo. Just get it shaved into your head, man. Just
Yeah.
the,
That's right. You could do that
Yep.
too.
Yep.
just like
Shave
a
it.
Triforce right there on the side of your head.
So
Yep.
apparently, also in Nintendo Y today, Nintendo
Oh, jeez.
clarifies hardware price rise were due to sustained components and market costs. Nintendo, can you please get your story straight? Like
No, because
seriously.
they're lying. This is what happens when you lie.
Yeah, see,
We've all
we
learned
know
this in the
why
after
the
school
price.
specials. You get
So
caught up in them and they start becoming retarded.
they insisted it had to go up or it had to be released high in price because of tariffs.
Yep.
Then they sued for the tariffs. Now they're getting sued over the tariffs because they won somehow for the tariffs, right? To get all that money back. Still don't know how anyone lets that happen. Like, my mind is blown when that was handed down. I'm like, what are you fucking doing? This is another country. Why are you letting them sue our government to begin with? But
Yeah.
anyway, that should not even be legally possible. But what the fuck ever? You've just now set precedent that the EU can start suing shit. You've got to do something, to acquisition to their laws or some bullshit
Yeah.
as a company, which I don't think should be legal either.
No,
But anyway.
it shouldn't, but I mean, I don't want to talk about it. It's fine.
And then their investors came out and was like, we need to jack up the price. When we should be lowering that price because tariffs aren't the excuse anymore, right?
Yeah.
And now it's going to go up by like $50, and it's due to sustained component and market costs now.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, so you just found more legalese to blame this on. Okay, all right, cool. I got you. I see you. And you don't have a Zelda on the way. I don't care about anything. It's fine. You
Listen,
do what you want.
I heard there might be doing Ocarina of Time, like a remake, so.
No, I
Yeah.
was fine with the one on the 3DS. That was a really good one.
Yeah, they need to give me a Zelda themed Switch too. Just saying.
Ah.
If they give me a Zelda theme, it could be like all gold and everything.
You know,
Triforce on the
the
back.
answer to the question of Nintendo why is because people keep buying their crap product even when they behave badly. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah. And since everybody got paid their checks, they went flying off the shelves finally. So they
Ugh.
they have no incentive to stop at this point, and they
No,
did. It wasn't
absolutely
looking
not.
good for the first 4 months of this year.
Yeah, Nintendo why? Because we can. And what are you gonna do about it? And the answer is nothing. Okay, well, there you go. So
Yeah, there we go. We're just stuck with Nintendo until they. You know what? Maybe the new
until
Pokemon
they,
might have voice
no,
acting.
not they. Until we, as the market, decide to stop putting up with them being douche nozzles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
We're there's too many fanboys.
Yep.
Anyway, so
Shit.
Subnautica 2
Stares at
came out.
Zio with great judgment.
Don't stare at me, jeez. Guys. Oh, what you talking about? So Subnautica 2 launched in early access, and my kid is very upset.
Why?
Because we have a PlayStation. You know what system didn't get early access?
Oh,
Fucking
Well,
PlayStation, because apparently PlayStation has this mantra of if the game is in early access, we're not going to sell it on our platform. Why not?
Score?
Xbox is doing it. I mean, I'm
mean,
at the point that we should start naming the segment Sony fucking Why at this point because of how many stupid and asinine things they have done over the past fucking 5 or 6 months at this point.
we
Like
can
we
name this.
have a whole thing of like 6 things from Sony from Sony in the tabs right now because of their stupid decisions. It's like Sony, it's an early access. Let them release it on your platform.
Yeah, I
Release
mean,
the game on PC. It will do good when you release it on PC at the same time. Not wait a year or two. And then sit there and say, well, PC releases look like they don't do very well. Yeah, because you release them 2 fucking years after it's already been out. That's fucking why. Look at it. We could look at the data together. I mean, you can look at Monster Hunter Wilds. When it was released simultaneously, you had over 1 million players on PC at one time. 1 million. Compared to Worlds and Rise, which had about 400 to 300,000. You know how many you got for Final Fantasy VII Remake when you finally released that one on PC a year fucking later? Because it wasn't a simul release? A few thousand.
yeah.
When you release, and that happened every time when you waited like a year, with the
Yeah.
exception of Monster Hunter
It's not new.
Wilds.
It's not sexy. People are doing other things. They're like, oh yeah, that exists. Well, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as FOMO, and that does drive some consumer sales, a good deal of consumer sales, honestly. And when there's a hot new thing, you want to ride that wave. That is how purchases are made. Anybody who's in sales will tell you that. Not that I'm in sales, but I have, like, almost everybody in my family is some level of salesperson. It's terrifying, honestly. But honestly, I mean, like, you remember the Animaniacs segment, good idea, bad idea. We could
Bad
call it
idea.
like good idea, Sony idea, because Sony just notoriously makes bad ideas. I mean,
Yeah, it's like when
this
they bought
kind of
Bungie.
crap. Paying like, what is it, $3 billion for Bungie, which was super great idea. Like, they're just screwing up. What is it? From lip to cup, you screw up, basically. Like, it's every single time. Just they are notorious for making bad ideas. Like, I think Xbox makes lame ideas, but
Yeah, I mean,
Nintendo will make the evil ideas, but but
Yeah.
but Sony will continuously make the dumb ideas.
Yeah, but it just really sucked because we were waiting for this. Like my kid had this in his calendar and everything. Like we were
Oh,
ready for day 14 release yesterday.
oof.
We were ready for it. Like I picked him up from school. He's like, he came out today. Early access is today. I was like, don't worry. When we get home, I'll go ahead and I'll purchase it. We'll download it. It's gonna be great. And we get home, we can't find it. Hey, we look on the internet. Turns out they didn't launch it on the PlayStation. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I learned that, Sony's got that policy. I'm like, Sony, really? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm missing out on a lot of
This
fucking
is
money
not
right
just
here.
consumer
Look
rage,
at this.
this is
This thing
father
sold
rage.
2
You hurt my
million
boy.
copies in 12 hours. You could have
Man.
added another 3 million to that sell, or another million to that sell or something, Sony, if you had just let it be on your system.
Let it be. Let it be. Yeah.
So now my kid's upset because he's like, it's going to take like 3 to 4 years before the final release. And now he's not going to be able to see because I don't own a fucking Xbox anymore.
Isn't it on PC?
It is, but that requires him to play on my PC.
Oh, father doesn't believe in sharing. I see.
Yeah, he doesn't. I was going to buy them Steam boxes when those were launched, and that was going to be my transition to PC.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I need to get him a PC.
Yeah, a little bit, my dude. I'm just like, oh,
He's old enough to have one, so
yeah.
But no, it just really sucked for us yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Very upset. But yeah, it was nice to see that they sold 2 million copies within 12 hours.
I know nothing
You know
about
how
this
many
game.
marathons sold? Because I can't remember. In the 8 weeks it's been out.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was like 1.3 million or 2 million, right?
For how many what sold?
Marathon.
I'm sorry.
Our favorite game that we didn't actually check its Steam charts today.
Well, I mean, that was, I mean, speaking of Subnautica and diving, we're gonna look at we're gonna search for the abyss again, so
Yeah,
we can
we're
do
gonna
that.
search for the floor real quick while we're thinking about it.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we're at 13 now.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
They were at 11,000 for several days in a row.
yeah, but I mean, that's like Monday and Tuesday, right? Like
So
during the week, I will grant you some slack.
yeah, so then
Friday,
that's up to
yeah,
13.
Thursday, which is basically pre-Friday, and
Yeah,
Friday is when you get the tail of the tape.
yeah,
So
Saturdays and
yeah.
Sundays are like,
We
these are
might
the
have
days
hit
where
the
you shine
floor.
the most. Hmm?
We might have hit the floor with 13.
Maybe.
so
Maybe.
Well,
that's
let's see. Last week it was at 15.
Left. Yeah, last week it was around the 15 mark.
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe
But we're
we still
still
got a little bit to go because it's losing a couple of thousand each week.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there, but yeah, I mean, even so do you know who Astacross is?
Who?
Astacross?
I have
Nope.
no idea.
He's a Sony, well, he's a Bungie bro. He sent so hard for that company, and
I probably responded to something on Twitter and don't know what his name is. So
he does he does a lot of I don't know if he's
yeah,
on Twitter so much. I know that he does like YouTube videos and such. And yeah, he was trying for a minute to be like, "No, it's really good, guys." And then he was like, "Yeah, nah. It's it's dead, guys. It's dead, bro. It's dead, Jim." Um
listen, Marathon. You just got beat out by Subnautica early access.
oh
It's not
man.
even a full fucking game. And the worst part is neither were you when you launched, and you asked all the journalists to reserve judgment until your raid and final end game launched half a month later, and they did. They acquiesced to that. They gave you every bone in the freaking known universe. 1.2 million copies.
Okay, so how much
Almost
is
2
that?
million.
Well,
I
okay.
have no idea how much that is. Subnautica is $29.99. So
1.22 times
So
40.
speaking of numbers,
Ah.
how's a mixtape doing? I'm gonna be
somehow somebody is still playing Mixtape, and I don't understand why they're
I
playing the
had
3 hour game still.
okay, so basically there was a guy, let me see if I can find him on Twitter, or X, I would
Yeah,
say now.
there are
Uh,
The thing is,
694 people playing this game today.
how many?
this is a visual novel, and the thing is that once people know
I
the
hate it
story,
already even more.
it is. It is like the thing is that there aren't even choices that you can make. You cannot. This game rides on rails, like legit rails.
Okay,
You
okay,
cannot
It's
do
the legit.
anything.
This is
all
the
right.
really bad movie.
You know who I
It
feel
is.
bad.
It's a movie. It's a movie dedicated to John Hughes movies, which I already hate because those are always like the parents don't understand and the children are wise, which is retarded. But so it's like dedicated to John Hughes movies, and even by that metric, it's a garbage movie. Like they don't
Uh,
even reach the level of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off or 16 Candles or Pretty in Pink or something like that. Or what was the one
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
actually did like
Okay,
something
so
kind of wonderful?
I was scrolling through X just a moment ago, and poor Kyle, he works with the bee. He wrote down just a quick little thing. He said, "Good news, everyone! I gave Mixtape a fair shot, but uninstalled it in 10 minutes in. Might be the
Oh,
worst game I've ever played in my life." And I played Superman 64, and I was trying to warn the poor guy, telling him not to play the game. Play Bioshock. You'll thank me later. And oh my goodness, poor guy. He's I
he
think
must
those
have got to the spit
yeah.
swap section.
Yeah, he did. He did. He must have because 10 minutes in, that's game over.
Yeah.
Poor
Well, I
guy.
mean, so did
Unjust.
either of you guys watch it? Because I literally watched a couple of people stream it just because I have that level of morbid curiosity. Just like I watched all of
I
Dustborn.
don't.
I
I
watched
don't.
enough of it.
I watched all of the Dustborn playthrough. I watched I like to hate
Dustborn.
with
I forgot that
appropriate
game existed.
perspective. The character in it, the main character, Stacy Rockford, has this tone that is just smug. Like as soon as she starts talking, you want to punch her in the face. really hard. All the journalists played
Wow.
Mixtape and then dipped. They took
Exactly.
their dollary dues
Exactly.
and their
Exactly. Kill Red.
and their
Exactly. Kill Red.
access and dipped. Yes, that's what happened.
Hey, it's Killrad. It's been a while since I've seen you, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the
Agreed.
stream.
Journalists just played the game and then just dipped. I mean, that's it. I mean, they're like, oh,
They didn't have to play the game. That's why
oh
they just
yeah,
went there. Well, okay.
oh yeah. All they had to do was just sit there.
Actually, they did have to hit like a button one time because during ton jousting, in order to end the scene, you have to hit the button.
So I
Outside
would.
of that, it
Well, I
just
think they're
plays
setting.
itself.
So it's kind of it's more like those old school CD-ROMs that you would get. So I may be dating myself terribly because I am a legitimate child that can say
Yeah.
that she
Yeah.
was from the X generation. Like those
Yeah.
point and click sort of CD-ROMs that you would get where it's just like, look, it's interactive. It's kind of one of those things, where,
Yeah, those were neat.
yeah,
Look.
they were neat in
Look.
$1993.
They
If
neat
somebody were to
for
tell
like a
look
5-year-old.
look if somebody were to tell me like I'll give you $2 million and you get to play either Plumbers Don't Wear Ties or Mixtape, I'll just jump into Wear Don't Ties. At least I'm gonna get a good entertainment from that.
Listen, somebody
At
played
least
Dustborn recently. 10 of them.
10.
5 people are playing it right now.
Why is anyone playing this game?
You know what though?
Uh,
Dustborn is more of a game than Mixtape is.
That is true.
yeah,
Dustborn
yeah.
is actually a game, unlike Mixtape, which is it's not even an indie game. It's
No,
just a
no,
pretentious
it's
art piece.
well, yeah, it's a movie by people who can't make movies.
Yep,
Uh,
exactly.
it doesn't exist.
Pirate Software.
Which
Hello.
oh, jeez, I
Like
didn't even
Pirate
get a chance to
Nation, sorry, not
ask if you
software.
knew who it came from. Luckily, I took a screenshot.
Look at you learning.
I learned a
Good
little
work.
bit.
He
Good
leered,
work,
y'all.
Boomer.
I
Good work.
learned. I learned. I
I
learned at
learned.
Larry Center.
I learned.
So Forza. Wow.
Forza?
I combined
Learn to
Forza
read.
and Horizon to Horizon.
Read, bro. Read.
Can you hear me now?
Forza Horizon 6 leaked online yesterday after Microsoft employee forgot to encrypt the files and unload them to Steam by mistake.
Wait, how do you do all of that and do it by mistake?
Yeah, but this made the full 158 or 155 gigabytes playable build available early before the official release date on May 19th, which then prompted people to download it, play it, and then get banned because they're playing illegal copies.
What? No.
Yeah.
Why
Because
would
they're playing their digital copies before street date.
155 gigs? That's too much. Even no.
The
I'd say
game
no.
looks good, though. I'm not going to lie.
It looks
It's
good, but
visually stunning.
uh,
The trees are destructible except for the cherry trees, which is fine. We can solidify the cherry trees have to be like indestructible as a universal constant, which is fine by me. They can just be a fact of physics at this point. But we can run over the other trees, which is fine. It looks great. I'm just not a Forza fan, so
I don't know what this is, but I mean
it's
that's
a racing game.
screw that.
Yeah.
Um,
I played Initial D, so let's just.
huh. But I mean the thing is that it's their mistake. Why are they mad at other people?
So,
But how do you make the mistake like that in the first place? That
I
makes
would say it was probably
doesn't
the
sound like
AI
a
that
mistake.
was banning people, and they've been
Yeah.
having to go back behind it and fix it.
Ah.
More than likely. But yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely a mistake on their end. And as long as you, I guess, didn't interact with the online features, it didn't technically check, so it didn't ban you. But the second apparently people had hit like the online features or something, it did a check and then was like, you can't play the street date's not yet. How are you playing this game?
You
And
stole it. Like no,
they
you
would
handed
get
it to
banned for
people.
cheating or an unallowed modding. So, which is essentially like a hacked copy is what it's claiming it is. Pirated. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Hmm.
thinking it's a pirated copy, and it's like, no, just somebody fucked up and allowed everybody to pre-download it on Steam for a
Sounds
second.
legit.
So yeah, that apparently happened. Um, yeah, so Sony Interactive Entertainment says AI could bring gaming experiences like never before as the technology continues to grow across the gaming industry. For everybody who keeps telling me that nobody has adopted AI, for fuck's sake, this is like the fourth story tonight where a company lead is like, yeah, AI sounds fucking great. We're going to use it. Oh, and we might fire a bunch of people in the process, just the side effects of doing this. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, remember when we were talking about it earlier though, like not years ago, but like last year when it was me, you, and Chad talking about it, and I was saying the problem that we're going to see is that we're gonna see a dearth of creativity because of the fact that they're gonna think that they can fire more people than they actually can.
Yeah.
Thinking that it can do more than it actually
Mhm.
can. Because I mean, I've literally had one of my bosses come to me and be like, "Hey, you can use AI for this," and I'm like, "So you haven't used AI before, have you?" That's not how this works, my guy. Like half of the time, the prompts, the prompts just don't work like that. You can't make specific things that don't exist. It's very, very, very difficult. It's easier to just make the thing in 3D by yourself. Like they're just it's not there. So not understanding how the guidance needs to work. And the thing is that also I've had scientists who've used it and been like, oh, I don't need a figure. I'll just do it myself with AI. And then they make a figure and it does look pretty, but I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. What does your project do? You understand what the purpose of your figure is, right? And they don't, because the thing is that, but they don't understand. That's the problem. When you have people who are kind of looking for efficiency, or they don't really respect what it is that's being done, they will miss the point, and they'll have something that looks impressive but is utterly hollow and devoid of the actual purpose. Like I said, the illustrations in the thing that I do is supposed to explain what the proposal is all about. All 20
Mhm.
pages that they've written all of their text and crap on, I'm supposed to distill that into one figure. That's my job. So I have to understand it. They don't understand that that's what it is. So yeah, they're just like, "Oh, well, I don't need an illustrator." Yeah, you need somebody who knows something though. And I feel like this is what's going to happen. A lot of people are just going to lose their jobs, and then eventually they're going to be like, "Oh, we kind of need people to kind of guide this a little bit more."
Yeah.
People who actually have the eye, who have the understanding, who have that knowledge and everything like that. A lot of people will be lost in the fire though in the
Yeah.
meantime. So it's
That's,
going to be that was my concern and my caution. I'm not saying
I
like,
mean,
"Oh,
I agree with that. So, I mean,
yeah.
it,
Oh, no, no, I'm
we've
not
seen it happen before with other innovations anyway. So,
absolutely. Like,
and
dude,
they'll
I've
fire the
seen
wrong
art. Do
people,
you
and
know
then
how big a deal it was when Photoshop came on the thing and all of the 2D artists lost their crap? And they weren't wrong,
yeah,
but it's just like, yeah, but it is. So, like, it doesn't matter that, yes, this changes things and you lose all these things. You lose things in when we have innovation in technology. We lose the artisanship that we used to have with craftsmen who would build chairs, but we all get our cheap chairs from Walmart still, don't we? We sit
yeah.
down and we're perfectly fine. Although if
And
you
then
go to like
when
a
we be
to the
when we
Pennsylvania Dutch and you get an Amish chair, you're like, "Holy, now this is a chair." But you're still going to buy your chair from Walmart.
yeah,
Utterly
I
at
mean,
the
there's
end.
like very few blacksmiths these days too, but
Yep.
you know,
And we all have these crappy
and I
knives.
still
They're
watch
they're
videos of
substantially
these
worse.
people
Yep.
making swords out of nails, and I'm just like, that's pretty damn cool.
It
Anyway,
is pretty dang cool. We're we will lose things,
but
and it will be
we
a
will,
shame. And
yeah,
but,
and
artists are gonna have to step up and prove their worth now instead of crying about it.
yeah, I think it'd be better to learn to utilize it and what's the term where you kind of like hybrid it to what I'm trying to think of a word.
I
Sort
can't
of like
help you, I'm sorry, I'm
symbiotic
old.
or something.
I can't remember what the word is.
Anyway, so it doesn't
Integrate,
matter.
basically. I think the word is
Maybe
integrate.
that's it. Integrate with it,
Oh, look
and
at me.
opposed to like spurn it, right? Like it's like
Mhm.
no, you stay away. No, it's probably better to integrate with it
Yeah.
because then you make yourself more valuable. But there are things out there AI absolutely probably could do without the use of human. Me
Yeah.
and my driver was talking about it earlier because we have a trailer that needed to be replaced. Okay.
Integrate.
Yes.
Integrate.
Thank you, Killer.
Yes. Yes.
Love
Thank
that.
you.
There's a trailer. It's glad hand's been broken since the weekend. Okay. And so this is the story. At Tuesday, I discovered, or I was informed that this trailer existed, and I was covering for every one of my guys because everybody was either sick or at the hospital
Be right
or
back
out
in a
of
minute.
town. So it was a stressful Tuesday for me. I
Those are
called.
the
They were
worst
supposed to be
Tuesdays.
sending out somebody from Loves to take care of this thing. Nothing happened. The
Mhm.
weekend shift had called, and they were told we can't do anything on the weekends. Which I
Well,
was like, well, that's bullshit. Um, so me and my driver was talking. I was like, you know what would be better is if we just integrated AI.
yeah.
He had mentioned AI, and I was like, you know what, that would have been if we take all those idiots, and they're all
Mhm.
fucking idiots. Look, I'm sorry. I know there's a couple of you who are absolutely amazing at your fucking job, and I love you when I very rarely get to talk to you guys, but the rest of your entire department is fucking retarded. In a capital R, retarded. Okay? I cannot, when I call driver services, deal with you fucks. Okay? Anyway, now that I got that out of the way, every one of them can be replaced with AI. Every
Hmm.
one of them.
Yeah.
All you need to do is get an automated system with AI. You say, I need breakdown, right? Then that's how you get to these people. By the way, the same way you tell the phone because it's already got a system set up for that. It's like breakdown. It's like diverting you to breakdown. Do. You listen to the jingles and stuff and yada yada, and then
Listen
somebody
to
picks
the
up, says
jingle.
hi, so and so, oh, and then hangs up on you, and
Mhm.
anyway, so the AI could handle all that. It's like, hey, look, I got a trailer that needs to be fixed. What needs to be fixed? Well, the glad hand needs to be replaced. Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back.
And back.
Okay, it looks like the Loves is in whatever place is is able to send a guy down in about an hour and a half. Is that
Mhm.
acceptable? Absolutely. You know? And the
Yeah.
AI
I
can do
mean,
that like on its own without needing a person to make that call. And then all we have to do is get all these truck stops to adopt an AI system as well to handle that.
so the thing is that you have to be very careful when it comes to something like that. Because I mean, and if you've been watching what's been going on with YouTube, with, like, the mass bannings that
Yeah.
happened because they were trying to wipe out AI slop content, which, I mean, if you don't want that on your platform, that's cool. Because every time I see those videos, I get,
Oh
like,
gosh.
viscerally annoyed. Not and it's not because
No,
it's
I get
AI,
it too.
it's because it's soul-sucking. I'm like, "I hate this." This is the voice cadence bothers me, like, on a deep spiritual level. I feel like you done smacked my spiritual puppy, so I just I can't deal with it. Like, I hate those things. Every Even my husband, who's kinda normie on that, he kinda like, he just starts kinda, like, scrunching his nose more and more the more it keeps going on. So, yeah, but yeah, but when you try to reason with AI that's just got a singular purpose, it is really like banging your head into a brick wall. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't tell you how many times I've had to do that when I'm trying to get something to generate something. When I say generate and it's trying to jump ahead, and it'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't edit a figure. I'm not asking you to edit a figure. I've had to tell something over and over again. Check your work. Think about what you're doing. Stop that. Don't do, I have to like act like it's a kid sometimes. And so that's one of the problems that I do foresee if we don't program this stuff better than we have right now, because right now it's kind of
Oh yeah.
garbage. It's like like when you're dealing with the when with those telephone services. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Please repeat your. You want to kill people. You're just like, just give me a person. Just give me a person. Just give me a person. Dude, I don't even care. I don't like people. When
Those
people
are
answer the
also
phone, I
not all
freeze
made
up.
the
And
same. That is
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Now imagine doing something like that, but doing something like that, but with, your trucking and
Well,
everything.
see, I think that one is a bit easier because you know, those automated whatever things, they're all different or they're not made the same, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And the fact that mine understands me anytime I do call is
Mhm.
just wow, you understand the words coming out of my mouth because if I use text to speech all the time. or
Mhm.
speech to text. Text. Well, I use them both, right?
Mhm.
Because I'm driving, I can't technically type while driving. Google can't understand half of what I say.
What?
Okay, it doesn't understand half of what I say. Like I'll give it a sentence, and then for whatever reason, it's transformed these two words into one word, and it's completely different than what I said. And I'm just like, really, Google, are
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, my dad has that too.
um,
He sends these group text messages, and we're just sitting there, like, all turning it sideways going, "What did he say?"
yeah,
And I'm
and
like,
when
"Oh,
I
he just
call
hit send. He didn't even."
when I call for that, the whatever automated system it understands me, that's fine.
Mhm.
But I'm just like, if we could have an AI system just handles all that stuff, even if it's something I can maybe just type in
Mhm.
or something with an app, that would be fantastic. I take a picture of it, type it in, and it goes, "Oh, it looks like your glad hand's broken. Would you like me to get somebody out there?" And be like, "Yes." And then, have the truck stops adopt a AI assistant essentially to handle this sort of thing,
Mhm.
where it will ping the stops like within a certain mile radius
Mhm.
Mhm.
and say, "Hey, I've got a work order. Does anybody want it?" Kind of deal, right? And
Mhm.
then it's whichever one has the first human to go over there and say, "Yeah, we can send a tech out there for that. We'll accept it." And then it removes it from the other units.
Yeah, I think that it should always have oversight, human oversight. There
Yeah,
should
I mean,
always be a
it would still
talk to
have a
the
little bit of
operator.
oversight on part of it, or at least that's my thought process behind it would be, but it would be
Well,
so
yeah,
much
I
better
know,
than
that's the
dealing with the fucking idiots behind the phone.
Yeah, well, that's the
Oh my
same
gosh.
idea that they had when they integrated all of these robot phone answers whenever you call your bank. Um, yeah,
Those
that
things
face
cannot.
right there. Yes, we
But
don't
those
want
things
that.
haven't been, like, updated since the 2020s, so.
Yeah, 6 whole years ago.
Or I'm sorry,
So
not the 2020s, I meant the 1920s, but since they were first integrated into the system, they've not been updated, so
not very well, no, I concur with that, but I that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I want us to be careful, and I feel like we're not always all being careful. I have jealousy of your mug, or cup,
Oh,
but
yeah, I love this thing.
yeah. See,
It's great.
that is a Stanley Cup I would beat up what is
Yeah,
it?
well, see, I never
Middle-aged
really
mom
had a
over.
Stanley before or anything, but, you know,
Those things
it
are
just
useful, man. Because 'cause I'm not gonna keep
now I
getting
love
up to
this
get
thing.
water. Water is so uninspiring, but if I have a big thing and it's right there, I'm like, "I guess." So, yeah. But, yeah, I just hope that they're careful with how they integrate it, that they make a smart AI, that they program it with enough things, and that they still have the option to talk to a human, because the thing is that if you didn't plan for the parameter and you throw something at the machine that it's not ready for, the dollars to donuts, half the time you're gonna get like the worst experience ever, and then just wind up banging your head into the desk, and it's just awful. And the thing is that you can't reason with it. You can't get beyond that box because
No.
it doesn't know what to do. It's not
But
that it's trying to piss you off like a human would. It's that it's just retarded and it can't think beyond what it's been
yeah,
told to think
I
beyond.
I
So
I just feel like it would be the better option instead of trying to explain to a woman that, it can't be taken to a shop because both its tires are blown.
well, yeah. I mean, so
And
you should have people who are overseers, but you should also not hire retarded people. You
and I'm
shouldn't have
just like,
retarded people or retarded AI. That's
I'm
kind of
beginning to
my
think
thing.
that they just have a book that says, "Okay, tire blown. Flip to page 38."
Yeah. And in that case, you might as
Boom,
well
boom,
have AI.
boom.
It's kind of the same thing that we have with our voice actors at this point, where we're just like,
Mhm.
yeah, just replace them because you guys are so crap at your job and you pissed us off so much. But
Yeah,
the thing is that
some of them are good, but gosh, those activists need to be replaced so bad.
yeah,
Mhm.
So, we were right.
imagine
uh,
my shock. I was right. What?
yeah, I know.
No.
Marathon was it's
Darling,
not
no.
the smashing success that people were saying. So we got Paul Tassi here. This
Mhm.
summary of his Forbes article over here, which is
Mhm.
very bright. Um, no, I don't want whatever you're selling. Anyway, so yeah, Sony's 765 million in the hole from Bungie.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And I'd say it's probably more. It's got to be more. But we had the earnings call, right? Because they paid
Yeah.
$3.6 billion for Bungie.
Oh, that's brutal.
Well, and so the thing is that it's not lost money. It's just like it's because it's kind of like if you bought a car and then you found out your car is worth less than you paid for it. That's kind of what it is. You
Yeah.
overpaid for something. It's
Yeah.
not
I mean,
lost per se. It's just you
see,
could have used more dollars because that was stupid. That was
this
dumb. That was
the
dumb.
Destiny Halo team
Yeah.
price.
Which was already on its way out. Like anybody
Um,
who played Destiny already knew that like we're like, "Nope, that's an overvaluation, my dude."
yeah,
Oh,
they
jeez.
did not actually get that team.
No.
No, they got the C team.
The C
And
team,
Uh,
she,
it's
her,
not working too well for
he,
them.
they.
mm,
Latinxes.
Yeah, this wouldn't be happening if Bungie games were doing great and printed loads of money. Well, yeah, duh.
They haven't
Sony
been for a
is at
while.
least publicly backing Marathon, which is also what I called.
For
It was like
pride.
they were going to lose money off of Marathon,
Mhm.
admit that they paid too much, but they're still going to defend it because it's Bungie's name. That is
Yeah.
the only reason they're defending it right now. Because if it was any other company that nobody heard about, they would have concorded it a long fucking time ago.
well,
Well, they figure that there's no point in burning it right now. They might be able to salvage this to get something out of it. The problem is that a company is not just the name on the building. The company is the people who work for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
the problem with Sony right now, Kira, is the fact that they
like
put
you
in
lose playing care.
incompetent people.
That would be great.
Jack and
Yeah,
Daxter.
they're.
They do
I
this
would
shit.
love to see another Slider Jack and Dexter, but the problem is you got incompetent people there. People
Yeah.
who try to focus on the future, but the reality is they're focusing on stupidity impulses.
The sad part is they could have made Marathon really good too. If
Marathon is kind of like, so if you play Bungie, Marathon feels like it's just like it's one of the modes that Bungie has. It literally is. It's basically, what do they call it? Is it elimination? Yeah, it's basically just elimination in
it's a
Destiny.
Halo mode.
Yeah, or Destiny mode, whatever. But
Well, okay, listen. I played Halo. You played Destiny. So
I sure did for like
they
12
had the
minutes.
same modes.
Yeah, they did.
Wonder
Same
why.
company. And then
Yeah.
they
And then
decided,
say
"Hey, what if
patata.
we make this one mode a whole freaking game?" There's
Yeah.
not enough to do in
Well,
this game. It's not worth the grind. There's no story. You have no reason to do it. Like, you have this fantasy adventure, this reason to do it in Halo. You have a reason to do it inside of Destiny. In both of those, you are this badass dude who's going to save the world. You are, eyes up, Guardian, like that, the Master Chief with his amazing voice. You have that stuff going on. You don't have that inside of Marathon. You're just like
yeah.
some ridiculous cartoony looking robot thing that just, who cares about it? Because it's just a shell. It doesn't matter. And you're not doing anything that's worthwhile or worth doing. You're just doing it because, you're a brain in a jar, and why not?
Like
So-
again,
Because you're bored, basically.
again, stupidity impulses in the top people. That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say.
But I was saying, the first time I heard of Marathon was back in Halo. Okay,
Mhm.
right. The reason I heard of Marathon was because that was kind of like attributed to that was what caused us to get Halo. Right, that was like the predecessor of Halo. That's what gave them the idea of Halo, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And that's what they should have done instead of doing this, whatever it is they've done with Marathon. Right, they should have just not. What's the term? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Right.
Yeah.
And there was no need for them to reinvent the wheel. They already had Halo as a blueprint. They have Marathon. Copy it. That's all you had to do.
Yep.
Make the Halo version of Marathon. And on top of that, you would bring back old Halo players who remember the fact that, Marathon, Halo, the connections there from way back in the day and stuff. You'd bring them back. You'd have a banger of a game. You'd have this new sci-fi shooter that wasn't Halo because you don't own Halo anymore, right? And it's Marathon instead, and you're exploring the world of Marathon from the old game that you used to have and expanding on that universe. And then maybe somewhere after that, you could think of maybe if this, whatever this extraction shooter is, uh, or you could have just turned that into a mode.
It is a mode.
You
That's what I'm
know?
trying to say. It's
Yeah, I
already
know.
a
I mean, you can
mode.
just turn it back into a mode like you have in the past with things. But
Yeah.
it would have gone off a way better as a single player FPS with a multiplayer component.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I mean, the thing is that what they were doing is they were listening to people who. So there were a lot of people who were in Bungie. I mean, like my husband's like really loved Destiny, so we would literally sit around and watch like people talk about Destiny. Like from IGN, there was a fire team chat. There was another thing called Firing Range, which was actually cooler. But they were like way more nerdy, and that was like awesome. They would talk about like all of the mechanics, and they would have on God, what was his name? I think it was Chris Proctor, who who would get in there and he'd talk about all of the little bitty things that he'd do, and he'd adjust this by 0.01% and everything. It was so interesting. It was really funny. But
what the heck? Sorry, Meg. I just needed a moment. My brain was going like, "What the heck is going on?" That was an amazing voice.
Oh, well, thank you.
I am sorry. It just
He's
sounded
not
like
used to the fact that you do
I
voices.
was looking through some few things here and there, and then for some reason I'm like, is she playing an audio? And then when I look back, I'm like, nope. Dang, Meg, that's impressive.
Domo arigato, señor. Pero what I was yeah, so they would have all these things and they would talk about this stuff, and then you would have this small contingent of people who were more in like the journalism side, and they would talk about how they really wanted them to just focus on one mode of Destiny. Just focus on one mode of Destiny. And I think that this got into the some of the people who rose to prominence at Bungie. It got into their heads, and they were like, this is totally what is a good idea. And so they basically made Marathon, which is basically like a single mode of all of these things. And you had these people who would basically be complaining like, oh, Destiny, man, like they should just focus on one thing. No, why would you want less game? And that's what they wound up doing. And it was really, really stupid. So like I kind of saw how it happened, but it was just they're making really bad decisions, and I don't know how much of the team that they've still got is even worth having, honestly. The people that are even left, and
Sony at this point.
I mean, I know that they're trying to like hold on and say, well, maybe we can squeeze some blood out of this, but and there might be some good people there. They just need to fire some of the retarded people there, but I know a lot of good folks got lost along the way. They lost a lot of people in these fires of the past, of the Wokley years,
That's right, because the next thing of layoffs are incoming.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So layoffs will continue until morale improves. So,
well, hey, you know what? There's some times where layoffs actually do improve morale. If you fired Becky from HR, who everybody hates, dude, everybody has a party that day.
Yeah, so this new game, Soros, also a Sony product, may struggle to recoup its budget despite great reviews. So, did anybody know that this new Sony game launched exclusively to the PlayStation?
Nope.
What?
I don't play PlayStation,
so you know how Sony said it was just not going to worry about PC ports anymore? Here's their game that didn't worry about PC ports, and yeah. It sold 300,000 copies. And they're already calling it a loss. Oh, they're afraid it's not even going to recoup its budget.
Is this that like walking simulator kind of thing? Well, it's not really.
This one actually looks good. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a fun game. It almost looks like a bullet hell. Let me bring it up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But it's got the story of the guy going after his wife, but his wife is leaving him for like a lesbian chick or something. I don't know.
Why does she look like that? Okay, we're watching this.
Here we show off one of our exciting combat features, the Soltari Shield. By holding R1, you can defend yourself and absorb projectiles.
It's got gameplay. It's just got a really crappy story. From what I've been told. From what I've heard. But yeah, I mean, it kind of resembles a bullet hell in a way, with all the bullets and stuff.
By absorbing projectiles, you can now hit back hard using your power weapon. By holding the adaptive trigger on L2, you'll be able to destroy enemies using eclipse-driven weaponry.
Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, this is an actual game. I thought it was a different game. There's this other game that has like people in space, and they're just like all they can do is like walk.
Distress something another. Shit, what I just did a video on it the other day. Directive 8020. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, when I saw just the pictures, I was like, is this the one that's that? But no. So yeah, that looks like a legit game, but I mean, did they market it very much?
I don't know. Nobody really knows that it existed. It's this one here, Directive 8020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that
I mean,
one is more of a walking simulator.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if Saros is a good game, though, word of mouth will probably like bump the numbers up a little bit higher. But
that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's the thing. It takes a long time, especially if you're not going to be marketing. And
well, I'm reminded of a game called Fear and Hunger. It was released on Steam, and nobody knew about this game, and it took until probably around during COVID and near the end, where it got well known. Where some of the known YouTubers into the gaming area were saying, were promoting the game, and then the sequel came out and got better numbers. So I think it just depends on like if it all depends whether a YouTuber finds it very interesting and they'll post it all over, say play this game, it's so awesome, but it takes a while.
Well, I don't know if there was really any marketing to it. A lot of people didn't really know it existed. What I heard, the story is crap, but the gameplay looks good. So,
okay,
that's all I've got from that.
Okay.
Wow, we're blind again.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, this is the company behind it.
Okay.
So, they've been in the game since '94.
93.
So,
man, that's impressive.
Well, I mean, technically, these are two different entities, I think, right there, and then they combined for this. So,
so
I think that was technically this one here is probably technically the main one. Yeah, but they were developing things for the Amiga back in the day.
Dang.
Wow,
I don't even know what that is.
Was involved.
That is an old CD game that tried to compete with Nintendo and Sega but failed miserably.
I guess so, because I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
The Amiga
I mean, to be fair, like we didn't know about
the Amiga CD. There's a video that the Angry Video Game Nerd made. So
I mean, to be fair, I didn't know about things that were like in development. I knew about things that were like on sale. So
oh.
But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, good on them for existing this long. And if the game is good, I really, really hope that it does well. I mean, I don't want games to fail unless they deserve to fail. I don't like it when they fail just for the sake of it.
Well, they're primarily a PlayStation exclusive company.
Like.
With the exception of a few things here, but that's essentially what they wound up becoming. 2012, they're developing things for the Vita and the PS4, PS3, occasionally Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Windows. What is that?
Yeah. Microsoft Windows.
It's just funny to say.
Well, see, they have their own shop and everything. It's crap, but they have one.
It's just funny to me.
Oh, all right. And then the last bit of Sony stuff for the night.
Okay, good. I'm getting tired of hearing where Sony's taking so many L's.
Apparently.
I'm sorry, did they make this dude African?
Yeah, that's totally it.
Why?
I'm so glad you called it out. I have no idea. I didn't even notice.
Eh?
That's like all you see. It's like an Easter Island head.
I can unsee it now. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
But anyway, so Marathon is attempting to broaden its player base with a PvE offering.
They need more maps, and they need to give you more story. Honestly, that would be my advice to them.
Yeah,
Give
that's
the
how it
people
is.
like you. They have all this deep lore. Everything that all the things that they show in those disturbing like nightmare fuel sort of cutscenes. That's part of a deep lore, but they're not telling you any of it. They're really
What if they
not.
haven't thought of the deep lore yet?
I
They
think
were just
I
like,
think
this
they
looks
have,
cool.
but
We'll think of the lore later. And then forgot to.
I think they did think of it, but they like kind of hiding the ball. If you well, you haven't. So when you're playing Destiny and Destiny 2, some of that like you'd be playing the game and you could pass by and not know any of the stuff that they did or any of the reasons why anything is happening because they are not great at storytelling. They're great at kind of like filling a world with stuff, but just not like telling you any of it and just assuming that you kind of just know and you did homework, which is really not why I play video games, to be honest. It's like the opposite of the reason that I play video games, to be honest. So,
That's one of
yeah,
the
I mean,
reasons I started hating WoW.
yeah. So
Was
they
it-
need to get they need to start introducing some of this lore and giving people reasons to like go and discover, go and look at these big worlds that they've created. I mean, they've put all this detail into it, but it doesn't mean anything. You know, if you're just dropped into this and you don't get anything from picking it up, they're like, oh yeah, and that was used by this person, and this is what these barcodes mean, and this is why this, and this is why that. We don't know that. We just see a thing. It is a thing. It looks kind of cool, I guess, but now there's somebody shooting at me, so I guess I'm just gonna shoot him back because otherwise I'm gonna die and lose all my crap. So I think it's a better idea. Yeah, PvE would convince people to play more, especially if they give you a story and a reason to do it, I think.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm still waiting for it to go free to play.
Yeah, there's that
Um,
too. I mean, Destiny eventually did it, so well,
yeah.
in Destiny 2. I
Yeah.
mean, technically, and then they kind of went like the gotcha route. So basically, if you start like there was somebody who did a video on being a new light, which is basically you start a new game in Destiny and in Destiny 2, and it's just like all these pop-ups like this is where you buy the season pass, and this is how you pay for Glimmer to get the best drip, and this is how you pay for this, and this is how you pay for that. He's like, this is annoying. I was like, oh wow, it's like a gotcha game. My gosh, it's like one of those free, so they say, phone games that you play, from the China. So
Yeah.
they've
Uh,
really got to find a way to be less. I mean, I don't mind them saying, "Hey, here's an option, and you can pay for it and get cooler stuff." No problem. That's fine. Make your money, dude. I have no issue with that. The issue I do have is when I'm trying to do a thing and your pop up keeps coming up in my space. Like, dude, I'm trying to do a thing. Like, seriously, stop it. It's annoying. So I don't mind them making their money. I understand they need to make money, especially if they're going to make something free to play. The problem is just the way that they've been doing it of late is what pissed off a lot of Bungie bros. Ugh, Mixtape. Dude, I mean, did you guys watch any of the gameplay of this?
yes.
I don't want to
Well,
watch
I
it.
even got some to
Okay,
bring up.
I'm
there's
gonna rip my eyeballs. I'm gonna rip my
that tongue scene was literally just there for the shock value, in my honest opinion.
I'm gonna
Oh,
rip
I'm
my
sure it was. I just still can't get over the fact that all these people are, defending this thing of kids, tongue jousting,
I think it was
and then
Admin Gulf
getting
who made
upset
the
about Pragmata. So,
no. Well, yeah, because that was wholesome, and this is debauchery, or at least disgusting. So I don't know if I'd say
What's the
debauchery.
gameplay? I'm not doing anything. Hands free, by the way. Hands free, by the way.
Yeah, the only moments that you'd actually want to play
Hands
don't
free.
matter.
Do what?
I said the only part where you'd actually want to be playing and there to be a fail state are the moments that don't matter. Those are the moments that ride on rails when you're skateboarding, when you're doing this scene right here. But when you have to like walk around her freaking room and click on stuff to look at it and hear her insightful commentary about what it reminds her of, that's when you have to engage with the game. But moments like this, who cares?
Again, these writers, these people trying to make a very low level slop of a 80 quote unquote 80s, 90s type of a thing. They failed in every way.
Yeah.
They
Also,
can
they don't understand how portable CD players work.
Yeah, they don't. I
He's
carried
wearing
a. I'm
headphones
gonna
right
tell you.
here,
I'm gonna
and
tell
I'm
you this.
just mad.
I'm gonna tell you this. As somebody who had a CD player, those things are not as reliable as so many people think. That thing, if one little
Yeah.
tap, the CD will skip you either a verse or a song, and then you're hearing something else. So
Exactly. That's the
I'm
thing.
telling.
By this scene, I was freaking livid because I was like, that is not how CD players worked in the 90s. Okay?
They
That's
are
not.
unreliable as crap.
They
Listen,
so were.
clearly you didn't have an anti-skip CD.
I did have the
I'm just
anti-skip.
saying.
Even the anti thing didn't do jack.
Sit down, youngling.
to
You
have
don't
a
know what you
good
speak
one.
of. This
Listen,
is
the
an
Sony
supposedly
anti-skip
early 90s.
CD player was
Look,
amazing.
Look, I would imagine.
Would it survive this?
What, the
No.
cart
Bouncing
thing?
around
No, it
on a
wouldn't.
shock cart?
No,
pff,
no.
No, we
Take
flip
Music
over.
playing
We either have our arm
uninterrupted
logic
before
left.
scene.
somewhere else.
Those things were heavy. They were
No,
no,
Yeah, because
no.
everybody's got to say it. Oh,
I'm gonna vomit.
yeah. Everybody has to see it if I have to see it. Anyway. So yeah,
Thank
apparently
you.
this was completely astroturfed.
Oh yeah.
And what's
Yep.
interesting is looking at this company because this was the studio where everybody walked out and left it due
Yep.
to issues.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until recently. I was like, "Oh wait, it was that studio where everybody like just was like, we're done with this shit and left."
Yep.
Holy fuck! Because apparently, the person who owns it just disappears, years on end and doesn't even control the studio because she's
Yeah.
a nepo baby.
So this was backed by. Hold on, go back up.
Oh.
Let's see. And it looks like donated over 16 million. Besides Israeli elites, it was invested fund plus others from Qatar and Abu Dhabi. Not surprised at all how sloppy.
Yeah, it also
people
went
are.
under at one point, and then her dad bailed out the company. So.
Yeah, and Australia actually helped fund this game, from what I remember hearing.
So basically, it was
kind of like what was that other game? Shoot, Dustborn, which had funding from the government.
So let me. So let me get this.
Oh yeah, maybe it was. I don't remember. There's been several games where they've done this now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
So let me get this straight. This was made by a nepo baby from a continent which has been going under in governmental wise, and was backed up by countries that are basically do not like us very much, and it's just pure slop of Zoomers who have no idea what a child of an 80s and 90s is.
It's made by the prisoners in a penal colony that we don't care about.
Yeah.
It was made by people who didn't have actual friends. But and want to kind of rewrite their history, like how they were actually way smarter than they thought.
Rich people who have no idea what a poor kid does as well.
Because they had to license every one of those songs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's like 28 or so on the whole soundtrack.
Yep.
That's a lot of sound to license for a indie game, right? And they do a lot of stuff where you do a thing in the game and that's the only time you ever do it and you never go back to that mechanic ever again, if you call it a mechanic. Right? Happens a lot in that game where they have to redesign a completely new set piece for them to use one time.
Yep.
Which takes a lot of money.
It does. Oh my gosh. It would have been a decent Netflix movie if it was written better, But I mean,
They had to include
Technically.
daddy issues.
Well,
They all had daddy issues.
it's not even necessarily daddy issues per se. It's the same sort of John Hughes thing where you just have resentful teenagers who think they're super smart. It basically is that.
You'll be okay. I'm gonna tell you this. You'll be surprised how some kids are super or have certain logic, but
Mhm.
not all. Some, not all.
Yeah.
It's just it's one of those things where it works only if it's written right. If it's not written correctly in a way where the reasons why they're incompetent, then it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, so at least in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, all of the adults actually were morons. But in this, like everybody who I saw playing it or who did a review of it was like, the best character is the father that this one spoiled chick winds up telling off at the end, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one who threatens to burn the whole town down.
Yes, to her police officer father,
Yeah,
who
and he
has
just
been
wants her
working his
not to
butt
run off
off.
and waste her life with these two crackheads.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't that bad of a thing.
yeah. It's really just it's a bunch of spoiled, ungrateful children, and that's why it's so disgusting to most people
Guess that
who
makes sense. It
watch
was
it.
written by rich people who had no friends at all and are fantasizing if they had friends.
Yeah,
This
if
is
they
what
had
they did
friends
in their dreams.
and
Mhm.
pretending that they were way cooler than they were. And the funny thing is that like if you're going to have a story about some outcasts, they have to actually be outcasts. Like you have to actually show that. These are supposed to be kind of like fringe characters, but also they're so sheltered from actually having the repercussions of not being popular kids. They're not made fun of by anybody in this game. And I was just in there like, "Really? Are you kidding me?" And then the most popular girl comes along and she's like, "Hey, can you guys tell us where we can go and have a party? And you're the coolest and you're at the top." And I'm just like, I hate this so much. This is such fan
Yeah,
fiction by people
yeah,
who
it's funny because that happened and everything. I was just like, in reality, because they're talking about how this is a nostalgic trip and blah
Mhm.
blah. This is like in reality, she wouldn't even be looking at these people,
Yeah.
let alone talking to them. Like she would not be seen talking to these people or nothing.
Yeah.
It's like what the fuck are you people doing? And it's like, oh, this was a hilarious thing. It's like, this is fake. I don't know what you're talking about because it never would have happened.
These is people who want to relitigate their high school years and pretend like they were cool.
Apparently,
These are
just a
people who
bunch
want to
of
be rebels
obnoxious.
without actually having to pay any sort of price that you do have to pay if you're an actual rebel. If you're an actual rebel, you don't just get like maybe a parent doesn't like you. You get a lot more crap than this, okay? Like I wasn't even like super hardcore, but I was pretty much a fringy and I was like queen of the nerds and I still like we had like these cold wars with the popular kids. I mean, this wasn't even high school, so, like,
I
it's
had a
not
weird experience when it came to high school.
but were you one of the rebel kids?
Well, we didn't have rebel kids. I mean, we
Oh.
had the nerds, but we didn't really have rebel kids or anything.
Well, these are supposed to be, like, avant-garde, super they're super above everything, and they're kind of like they're the misunderstoods, basically,
Yeah.
because it's the wise child sort of idea, which is I mean, sure, there can be one. Yeah, cool. There also are like a couple of women who are based, but that doesn't mean that women in general are based. Same kind of thing, like it's the exception, not the rule. Most of the time, kids, especially teenagers, super retarded.
Yep.
And these kids, super retarded.
Uh,
It's so rare for a video game or any piece of media to nail this kind of humor without coming across as forced and or cringy. It didn't. Mixtape makes
yeah.
it look so effortless and natural. No. I've had so many genuine laugh out loud moments. No. There were a couple of moments where I chuckled. I was like, "Oh, that was cute," or "Huh, that was well done," or like, "It's on the edge. All right, I'll give it to you." Like like if I'm sitting there watching it, I'm not there for the hate. I mean, it could just be a delightful bonus, but for the most part, I'm like, I don't want to be angry this whole time. So if there's something good, I want to be fair about it. And there were some things that were like, okay, but for the most part, my lip was curled automatically in disdain. And I try not to do that because at my age, wrinkles.
I
So
mean, it did hit some things, right? Like, because they were talking about, again, the nostalgia thing, right? From back in the day, 70s, 80, 90s, kids, stuff like that. Like when they were rolling the house. We did that. We absolutely did that. In fact, the cops showed up and we all scurried like the little, rats that we were.
Yep.
And then we all got lost.
Yep.
And then we all met up at a place and then we couldn't find a couple of our friends, and we're like calling them, trying to get a hold of them. This is back with the Nokia phones, right? It's
Well,
like,
we didn't use
are you?
Nokia
And
phones.
they
We just
got
used.
lost somewhere else, and we had to go find them.
this is like 10 years before you, though, Zio.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I know, but
I didn't
we
have
we
any
did the
cell phones
rolling,
for that.
and we went and we rolled the rich people. By the way,
I
I
had
guess it did make us kind of the rebels. Anyway, so there's this area in town, right? Like you've got the city school, okay? So you've got the city elementary school, the city middle school, literally right next to each other, and then a road down the center between them. And you've got a park back behind the elementary school. But if you go that road, it leads you to the rich people houses, okay? And it's this giant loop up there, and that's where we went. We rolled those places. Because they're rich. They got lots of space, lots of places to throw toilet paper. It was great.
I don't like that, but that's cool.
That's what we did.
I was the kid who was like, "Why would you do that? That's destruction of property. I wouldn't like it if someone
We
did
had
that."
a lot of fun
I was that kid. Like I was always the kid who was
You were
like,
not fun at the party.
"No, I was intentionally unfun at the party," and I was like, "Yes, but also I'm not going to ruin my life because I'm not retarded." So I understand that I was the plaid sheep. I say I'm the plaid sheep on purpose all the time because I'm like,
Maybe
I
we
really
did have
was.
rebels. I guess I just didn't classify them as such back then.
Now y'all was just bad. That's all that was. But yeah, I'm like, oh, because they're rich. I don't understand. But
no, that's just that one of our friends lived up there, so her parents.
If you do that to a friend,
where all the rich people
that's
were.
different than just doing it to like.
I mean,
random...
technically, we knew the person. Okay, I forgot that bit, but yeah, we did know the people, and the cops did show up, and then we scattered, and then we couldn't find anyone. It was this big ordeal, and then we found each other. We found everybody, and
I mean, if you do that to a friend and it's as a joke, and then you help them clean it up, that's one thing. If you do that because to inconvenience somebody, you're a dick. But
I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, at least we didn't egg somebody. See, we drew the line at egging. I think egging sucks because egging is terrible.
Why is egging terrible?
No.
Because when you egg somebody, you do legitimate damage to a lot of stuff. Then.
Oh, I don't know these things.
Toilet paper just biodegrades, and half the time, outside of getting the clumps that clump together, it's going to disappear in the next rain.
Well, for me, let's see, what did I did back in my high school day? Well, basically, my friends and I, we would actually after school, we would actually walk around the areas, which was still safe at the time. We would actually either eat at a Carl's Jr. there right after, and we would just talk about either what's going on into the wrestling days or video games. Then after that, we all we walked by to each of their homes. Just I don't know why we did that. We just do it until I'm the last guy, and then because I don't live that, it's not, it's about a mile or two away from the high school, and then from there I'm just home. And the only thing I can remember is how safe, it felt.
Oh, look at who grew up in like a high trust society. Whatever.
No, it's
I kind of agree with him over there.
Here's the weird thing. Despite going to a school where there have some gang members, despite certain things, I feel freaking safe. I don't know why.
Well, also you're a kid. That's one of the things about children which is why parents need to protect them, because kids don't always perceive danger properly. They're just like, it'll be fine. Why?
I was a teenager. I was a teenager, so
I'm sorry. Teenagers are still children. They just are. Like, no.
I used to ride my bike all over the place. We were out in the country. So
Well, so
it was a
again,
little bit to get to a
you're not
spot,
in SoCal, my dude. That is not
but
the same, man.
so didn't really have to worry about anything. But now, as of today, I wouldn't let my kids ride their bikes down to the neighborhood down the way or anything at my parents', just due to the fact that it's not safe anymore these days.
Is
And
it less
two,
safe, or do
there's
we just know
some
more?
idiot who drives down that road doing like 80, and it's a 30-mile-an-hour road, so they don't need to be anywhere near that road.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but I mean, like, when you think about all of the things that we did as kids, and then you think about how much is stolen from this current generation to where they're not allowed to make a lot of decisions because we're trying to keep them quote unquote
yeah,
safe. You question, like, are we actually handicapping our children and making them
I've
incapable of being
actually thought
decent
of that
adults?
question a lot, and
Yeah.
I believe we're handicapping them because we played Fruit Ninja before it was real, before it was a game. Okay, we
We
got in
played Fruit
trouble.
Ninja with real fruit and real
We
kung
did.
fu grip.
We got in trouble because we were playing Fruit Ninja out back behind Sarah's
'Cause
apartment
you're
once.
wasting good food?
No, it made the neighbors nervous. There's a bunch of teenagers out back with a cinder block, and on the cinder block is a watermelon, and
And?
we're all holding swords.
And?
And then we would take turns charging the watermelon and cut it. And then
See,
we'd
that sounds
replace it with
awesome,
another
honestly.
one. And then we had some bananas and we're throwing them up and trying to cut them as they come down. It's like
See,
we
and that's the thing,
legit was
would you
playing
let your
Fruit
kids do
Ninja
that?
before that was a game.
So that's
And
the
then we
thing, would
were
you let
told
your
we
kids
weren't
do
allowed
that?
to do what?
Would you let your kids do that?
Yeah, actually, I would let my kids do that out here. I don't care.
Okay, well, that's cool. I mean,
You know,
we have
as
just a
long as they
lot
don't cut
of
themselves,
yeah.
I
We
guess. But we were older teenagers at the time. I wouldn't let my youngest, who's 8, do it, but my other one, who's a teen, yeah, sure.
yeah.
I wouldn't care one way or the other. But no, we got in trouble for it, and we were no longer allowed to take the swords outside because the neighbors got nervous, apparently.
I don't understand why
Uh,
that's no, never mind. That's
well,
questioning
she lived
parenting,
in
and
the
I'm not gonna do
city,
that.
so they lived in an apartment complex, and we were out back.
Yeah, so I'm like, "Am I charging your house? What is your problem? Like, you
Yeah, I
stay
know,
over
but
there."
still. Apparently, it made somebody nervous. They complained to somebody, and we were just not allowed to anymore.
Yeah, it reminds me of a time that one of my, I saw a tree and I climbed it because I wanted to, and it was one of those pine trees, so and I was pretty high up, honestly. I was like, "Huh, this is the highest I've ever been. Well, onward and upward." And my younger sister got, like, really scared, and so she went and got a stranger to tell me to come down, and I had to because we were raised that you listen to adults. So, yeah, I was
Yeah.
really mad. Clearly,
My
I've gotten
brother
over
broke
it.
his arm doing that, so
Huh?
my brother broke his arm.
Oh, no, it was totally possible for me to break something. It was absolutely, but that's how you learn, that's how you
Yeah,
make.
no, I know. It's just like we were up in a tree too once, and then he got scared and went it down, so he was climbing down. Then he slipped and fell and broke his arm. And yeah, that's how that happened.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the
Yeah,
thing. You learn about risk, you learn about gravity, you learn what risks not to
yeah,
take,
we
you learn
definitely
what
learned gravity that
juices.
day.
Yeah, you learn for yourself what juice is worth what squeeze. You have to make these decisions yourself. You're gonna have to do it when you're an adult anyway.
Yeah, it's
Doing it
like
when you're a kid and you're substantially more sheltered is such a good idea, but the thing is that it's just, where do you draw the line
I
between
mean,
allowing your kid to
luckily,
actually develop these skills and also keeping the younglings from, being horribly maimed?
luckily, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so it's not so they have the run of the fields out here.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a deal for them to just disappear. And I'll go out and I'll look and I'll just listen
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
waiting for one of them to say something because they're loud. And then I'm like, okay, on the other side of that hill over there, because I'll hear it reverberate and bounce back. Then I'll wait, and then somebody comes cresting, will crest the hill. It's like, yep, that's where they are. It's okay, it's no problem. So, which is fine because that feels more like how my childhood was. We had the woods, and then we rode the roads,
Hmm.
and it's a little different now because now there's a bunch of houses near my parents and
Yeah.
all this other stuff, and some of the places we used to go to have been condemned, so we're not even allowed to go anywhere near them anymore. And
Yeah, that
anyway,
sucks.
so yeah, here's something. Apparently, a lot of these people, talking all this positive stuff about Mixtape, were given care packages.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool little care packages. And we unbox it. Like, they got all this stuff. They even got a CD. Yeah. Okay. So
Dude.
what is up with the Hubble Bubble?
You don't remember that? You don't remember that. You're too young.
No, I know Hubble Bubble. It existed when I was a kid too, and it exists in current day because my kids eat it sometimes.
Hubble Bubble? Hubba Bubba, bro.
Hubba Bubba. Yeah. The
Hubba
tape
Bubble?
gum.
Yeah, the thing is that the thing about it is the novelty of it. It's kind of
Is
nifty.
that what it is? Because it's not like you can't go down to the
Yeah,
convenience store and just buy it.
Okay. Remember how I was the fun kid? I made this argument to my siblings. They would be like, "Let's get the Hubba Bubba." I'm like, but it doesn't taste as good. It tastes more like fondant or something like that. It's not very good. It costs way more, and it gets all sticky if you take it outside, for too long. It's not a good idea. They just told me I was no fun.
Yeah,
But I was
like
also correct, and I had better gum.
Listen, I enjoyed the tape gum. It was great.
It's not very good.
Hacky sack, like is hacky sack like I guess a '90s thing?
Hacky sacks were a thing in the mid '90s, yeah.
Mid '90s, yeah.
I mean, I remember playing hacky sack back in the day, but
mid '90s.
They don't do that anymore. And ring pops. I had a ring pop.
Oh yeah, that's old, man. I had that as a
for the
kid.
first time in forever. Because we were at Field Day and they were selling ring pops. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a ring pop just because I haven't had one since I was like 16.
I had the edible jewelry one time and I was like, this is stupid. This is such a good way to ingest a lot of dirt.
Yeah, well, it was a unique experience again.
Oh, again, I was that kid, okay? I was that kid who thought things through. I was super fun.
Oh, the little skateboarding thing.
They still sell those though. Like,
yeah.
I feel like if you're going to do a care package for Mixtape, you actually include things that you can't go out and buy from Walmart right now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be a better care package than the stuff that I could go buy from fucking Walmart. I can still buy tech decks from Walmart. They're not a new thing. My kids got a few of them. I mean, yeah, sure, maybe they were invented back in the late 90s, but it's not like it's something I would
those things, man.
That back there might have been a thing.
That was such a thing. I was
Those
like,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
wow.
Yeah.
I
feel owning that. Move along.
Like between that and the CD, I get.
Yeah.
Everything else is like I could go buy from the 7-Eleven if we had one.
I feel old seeing that thing.
What is that? Is that headphones?
Yes, they're wireless headphones.
Not even. What? Again, no analog? Boo.
Okay, all right. So, like, if we want to talk about something that pissed me off again, her not having to fight the cable on her headphones the entire game made me irritated.
That is true.
Sorry.
She didn't have to fight it at all. It didn't get tangled.
No,
in
they just
and
acted
it didn't
like
get
wireless.
Tangled in her hair or nothing.
No, that scene where they're riding on the thing, I was just like, this is fan fiction. This is making me angry because that wire is everywhere, dude. It was like you put it behind your shoulder and somehow it's around your neck.
It should have been a mini game just to get it untangled. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was that a cardboard Game Boy game that just says Mixtape on it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Really?
Oh my goodness.
You couldn't even make a
Why are you torturing me this, Zio? Why are you torturing me this?
You couldn't make a mold. It just give us an actual Game Boy game that doesn't work.
Well, that would be too expensive, Zio.
That's too expensive.
CD.
CD, okay.
It's like,
Oh,
So wait,
okay.
did they give them a CD player to play it on?
Oh,
That is a weird looking CD player.
I think my favorite thing about all of this is that
You just
this is a
walk
bunch of
away holding it
millennials.
sideways.
This is a bunch of millennials cosplaying as if they grew up in the 90s, playing none of the music from the 90s or playing all of this music from the 80s. It's like almost every song that
my
she
goodness.
referenced was in some was some game with
CD player play like that?
Huh?
No.
The CD player, he's holding it sideways to show the mixtape thing, and
The
it's
good ones did.
spinning. And it's
Yeah.
not skipping?
The good ones did. Anti-skip, my guy. Like, yeah. The portable ones that you were supposed to be able to...
about how anti-skip doesn't really work that well.
No,
It
it
never
doesn't work when
worked.
you want to move, but if you're
Oh,
holding
yeah.
it steady, it's perfectly fine. But no. There were some that they actually had that you were supposedly supposed to be able to work out with and to walk with and everything like that.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
right,
because
they
my
did.
mom
Those were
splurged and bought me
expensive.
one. Because I used to go to the library all the time. Because again, I was that cool kid. Shut up.
That makes sense.
Hey! I went to read Forgotten Realms novels, only later to learn that it was that all of that was based on a board game, which pissed me off. So I'm sitting there watching the Dungeons and Dragons movie and slowly coming to the realization that my favorite novels are based on a board game. I'm like, I hate everything. It was great. So anyway,
Look, I don't understand how is it so difficult for people to get this. This is how a CD player looked like. It's a round thing with
yeah,
few buttons and I'm sorry, it's just
Oh,
they're
that one
they're
looks-
going
hurting
for
my head
so
now. It's
they're
hurting my head.
claiming the 90s because they don't want to seem too old, but they're going for the 80s aesthetic. That's why
It's
these
still-
kids are dressed this way. Also, this is not how people dressed in the 90s. Well, Cassandra, she actually dressed like a 90s girl, but the other two, no.
Oh yes, I found this thing and yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, you have no idea how that made me so joyful reading it.
It was dark. It was dark.
Don't
And I was
care.
like-
Don't care. That's my canon ending.
Well, it's most likely, honestly.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the character in the middle, the dude, was affable, but it was the part of it that's repugnant is that that's all he is. He's just an affable dude. You're just like, why don't you have any character or anything to stand up for? You know, he just kind of goes along with everything.
Yep.
And then the character on the right, basically her entire thing is basically, I'm just gonna like do stuff for myself and burn it all down, and you know, it's like it's rebellion for the sake of being ungrateful to her parents who sacrificed so much to give her everything. Oh, dude! And the thing is that you're
guys
sitting there,
read these?
yeah. If you watched the game, all of this is probable.
Yeah, I know. That's the sad part. Is like, did
Yeah.
you actually read these though? Because they could all be.
I did.
No, I read them because at first I was like, really?
That's why I was
'Cause
like
maybe-
laughing when I saw it.
Well, I'm just now reading it. Okay.
Zio does no
But
homework.
I thought that was hilarious. It's like leaves town
Zio
and eventually
doesn't know
joins
how to learn.
Antifa. At the age of 40, she was shot to death by ICE agents while trying to set fire to a detention center. It's like, yeah,
You know,
that makes sense. Unresolved daddy issues over there got shot trying to set fire to a detention center. Yeah, I can see that.
she did say she'd burn something down.
Well, she tried.
She did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's I think that's the end of everything for the night.
Oh, just so
There.
you know, like literally nobody was able to read that. Like I just know what
yeah.
happened because your big face is in the way.
Yeah, you're right. Our faces were in the way.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try and figure out how to like work the rumble thing because like you can't see so much.
Yeah, well,
No
I
no
don't know what to
puedo
do
mirar.
about it.
I cannot see.
Let's see.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can.
there's no other way to do this. Yeah, we'd have to figure out how to work that other thing. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
we'll
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out eventually. Just you know,
Yeah.
it just it is a thing.
Oh, I can resize it like this.
Rockford moves to New York to pursue
There we go.
her music dreams. Oh wait, sorry, I have to say it in her voice. She's currently a low-level producer of corporate training videos, lives alone with 5 cats, and is slowly drinking herself to death.
Yep.
What's his face? Never leaves Blue Moon Lagoon. Developed a long arrest record for petty thievery and sexual misconduct. Death from meth overdose at age 22.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
And Cassandra leaves town and eventually joins Antifa. At age 40, she was shot to death by ICE agents while trying to set fire to a detention center.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I don't care
Did
what
you just go like, how many people did she make miserable along the way?
Yeah, that was serious.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Oh, anyway. So, yep, that's going to be it. We the end of the show tonight.
All
We
right.
got through everything.
End of
What a-
the
what a-
show. Woo! Do
what
I
a
dance?
Minutes over.
Let's watch something funny.
Well,
Funny.
Something funny.
what a shame, because I had the article about the whole Stardew Valley where the creator was originally thinking of adding a mechanic where you cheat on your spouse, but
Ew.
then he changed his mind, going like, never mind, just changed it and instead focused on his new project, But I'm kind of glad that he didn't implement it.
Because ew.
Yeah, I'm not into. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like-
infidelity is not particularly fun, dude.
Nah, it's never fun.
Why Germans
Okay.
can't work out their right shoulder.
I
You already know where it's going, but we got
Hey, man, go.
go.
I wouldn't care. I'll just tell him to go and work your right shoulder. I wouldn't care.
Nope. We gotta watch it.
Go watch it. Come on, bro. Lift that. There we go. There we go. Don't worry.
Nine. I'm fine. No. Nine.
Dude, don't. I ain't judging.
You gotta do them both simultaneously, my dude. Then you're Superman. That's how you gotta do this.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Was I
one
wrong
more.
for
One
this?
more.
Wait, what?
Oh, this is Sasquatch stuff.
Oh, no.
Oops.
Okay.
The difference between me wearing a burqa and a nun wearing her headdress, like, honestly, I don't see the big deal.
Well, maybe it's because nuns don't just fucking explode.
The difference between me wearing...
He has a point.
Yeah.
Chad
And nuns
making
are
us laugh
much
beyond the
much
grave.
nicer to people, Sheesh.
All right, now it's the end of the show. So
End of
with
the
that,
show.
links for
Yay.
everybody, of course, are in the description down below. Is anybody doing anything this week?
Meg is
Well,
working and being filled with rage and trying to avoid jail time. So.
All right, sounds good.
Mhm.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah, no jail for Meg.
really hard to stream from
Bioshock. Bioshock on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Wednesday. Hopefully this time no shenanigans will happen. I just want the shenanigans to happen within the game, not during recording.
Oh, what is that? 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yep, 4 p.m. Eastern
I had
time.
to do the math.
It's okay.
And by math, I Googled it.
It's okay.
What?
You're still.
No. Hunter. You really Googled it? Oh.
House
I'm
of Leering.
I don't know.
House of Leering.
Listen, I have no idea how many hours behind you guys technically are. I knew it was like
Three.
three or
It's always
four.
Three. Remember.
But anyway, so I'll stream Monday, Wednesday, and of course here Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
What are
time.
you playing, man?
I have no idea.
Well,
Listen, I was supposed to play with Small Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and then I forgot I was playing with Small.
You stood her up?
So yeah,
That's not good.
Small sent me a message at like 8:06 saying going to be like 20 minutes late, and I haven't heard from him since. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I am so sorry. I forgot we were playing anything. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to play Monday.
Yeah, because you probably don't have any friends anymore. So like,
Yeah,
nope, not playing with you anymore.
Forever alone.
Forever
Oh
alone.
well. Anyway, we'll find something out. We played not Star Fox for like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did recently. That was
How was it? Like, I
it
saw
was
you playing
fun.
it. You
It was
played it you
fair,
played through it
kind of.
twice. It looked pretty difficult, honestly.
Yeah, I played it once and then I played it again with the auto or the hold button down fire
Yeah, mhm.
thingy for just see the difference.
Yeah, I probably
Uh,
didn't talk a lot because work.
but yeah, you were busy doing work and stuff. But yeah, it
But I
went
remember
by
seeing it, I
really
remember you
quickly, so it felt like Star Fox.
but it just, it seemed difficult because like, so many of those things took so many hits to kill, and I'm like, the TTK is,
Yeah,
pretty high on some of these
I
rocks.
wasn't expecting them to take that many hits. I was thinking they'd take 1 or 2 hits and be done.
Yeah,
But some
shoot,
of them, I
blast,
felt like I
blast,
had
move
to
out the
shoot
way.
them continuously for like 4 seconds to get it to go boom, and I was like, "I don't feel like you were supposed to do that," but, fine tuning, it's not fully out yet.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
they need to adjust that because, I mean, then you don't have time for your amazing barrel rolls, so
Yeah, I know.
you
Anyway,
really didn't. Like, you every time you would try to do a barrel roll, I'm like, "He didn't have time for that." Now he's in n now he rolled right into the way of something else that he has to shoot, and he hasn't been shooting it this whole time, and it takes so long to blow these things up. It's not
I
yep,
like
there
the
he got
barrel
hit again.
roll. I had to choose style over
Yeah. I mean, you
functionality.
almost got your bull friend killed on the second run. I was like, "What is he doing?"
I did. I forgot about that. It's like the bowl is the new Slippy, I guess.
Yeah, I
But
guess
anyway,
so.
yeah.
Although the
So that's
kangaroo, she was, like, good the entire time. She was like, "Nothing to report here." I'm like, "Dude,
it's
okay."
like, where were you? Like the other two were actually like MIA the whole thing. I
Yeah.
only saw the bull guy that one time getting shot at,
Yeah.
and he only dies, I guess, if I ignore him. But I was like, everybody else is like, "Oh, we're good." And I was like, "Well, where the fuck have you guys been? Because you haven't been watching my 6, that's for sure."
Well, to be fair, you're out front, so nobody was shooting you from behind, so maybe they did have your 6.
Yeah, maybe.
They didn't have your 12.
Yeah, that's true. They should have my 12 more. Maybe the
Mhm.
giant robot thing shooting random things at me wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, links for everybody is in the description down below, and we will see you later.
Later.
Bye-bye.